Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, good evening. I am Styrofoam Ralph. This is Cups and the Gang live from the motherfucking hot box. It is the Sunday smoke service. You already know I got the gang with me. My dog, Bleed Blue, for the shoe. Nap Nation J Lethal, what it do, man? You already know I got my dog. He goes by many names, but we call him the one Mike, my dog, Dakota Mike, Cowboy Mike, DJ Mike P representing live from the motherfucking ones and twos, and we throwing the foes up. We throwing the foes up. And last but not least, we got my dog, one half of Sports Reports as ordered 2-5. Mike Will representing live currently in the terminal. What is going on, fellas? Happy Father's Day, gentlemen. I also want to
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Happy
Appreciate it.
Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all the other fathers out here.
You know, saying Happy Father's Day to all the fathers except for the single moms.
For sure. The ones that act
for
like they
sure,
do both
for sure
jobs
that.
but don't do both.
You know what I'm saying? The one that
So
said they doing both jobs, but I seen her twerking at the club last night.
You know what I'm saying? Drinking a bottle of
he got
Casamigo.
a
Talk
job
about
that
some
hasn't been
her
finished.
kids at the
Four of the
she kid
NBA
free.
final testy one. I thought my dogs from Indy was gonna pull it out. Unfortunately, they did not. Nap Nation, we gonna let you go ahead and have the floor. What is going on with Tyrese Halliburton?
Hey, look, man, y'all already know how it go. When the Pacers lose, the bounce back game is definitely on point. You know what I'm saying? Hallie gotta go. He just gotta. He gotta start taking shots, bro. He gotta be aggressive. He gotta drive to the lane, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need the superstar to be the superstar early. You know what I'm saying? Let's create some more open looks for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop letting SGA the matchup. I hate when he switch off him. You know what I'm saying? And I hate when he don't switch on him playing defense. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he be running from the smoke. But other than that, I just need the Pacers to play Pacer ball, and I need Hallie to start playing like Hallie. Don't wait till the fourth quarter, like D Wade said. So I wait till the fourth quarter. I need that joint ASAP. I need it right off the bat.
Word.
I totally agree. I think that Halliburton has to play better in the first couple um, minutes of the game. Like he waits too long. Even it's like, no, he waits till like the halftime to get cranked up. Like, bruh, you got to shoot the ball, bro. They need your offense. I think Rick Carlisle has done a phenomenal job by inserting Obi Toppin,
For
giving
sure.
him more minutes. He's really switched it. And that's why I feel like they're going to win the series. I feel like that his coaching job is going to be, highlighted and the end of all this. And I think I got the Pacers winning it all. I don't think that the supporting cast for OKC can maintain the level they've been playing at. I do think Wiggins will have a bounce back game, and I do think that Harkenstein will have a better game he's been playing. But
Does
you got
Shea have to drop
you
40?
ain't really got shit for Miles
No,
Turner yet.
no. I think that Indiana lost the series on Friday night. You know what
Shout
I'm
out
That's
to the
saying?
tough.
contender.
Indy 2-5. That's tough.
I,
Indy 2-5.
I think that okay, I mean Indiana was in full control of that game. Going up 3-1 would have been the death blow. But so this is the problem, right? Because I love Halliburton. You know what I'm saying? I thought the Kings should have kept him instead of De'Aaron Fox. But I think the problem is we're looking at Halliburton through a lens of, a Kobe or a D Wade when he's more of a Steve Nash. You know what I'm saying?
Is
Like
he though?
he is. He gets the party started. You know what I'm saying? He obviously hits clutch shots, but what I mean by that is that Halliburton ain't coming out here to shoot 24 shots. You know what I'm
But he
saying? And if
needs to. He
But
needs to
but he
start
can't.
he's
taking
capable of
No,
doing it
80.
though.
no, no, no. But if
He's
he but if
capable of
he
doing it.
he is capable for maybe a game, but I don't think that's your game plan for the series to win.
The problem
You know
is
what I mean?
I think Pascal Siakam is shooting too much.
Like that. But it's like when you go back and look at somebody like Chris Paul, right? Like go look through the course of his career, and guys like Steve Nash. When they take 20 shots in a game, their team record generally isn't that good because that's not their role. Halliburton is just a dude that can shoot. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Go ahead.
No, because I was gonna say, man. I mean, as far as Halliburton's splits, I mean, he's never been a 25-point guy. You know what I'm saying? He can do that. We've seen him, especially in these playoffs and big games. We've seen him explode
Thank
for
you.
30-something points.
Yeah,
But
but he had a midget on him though when he
he
did
only
that.
averaged 18 this season, and that's
But
what
that's
I was
what, but
about
that's
to
what, but
say.
that's what I was saying. Like that's why I
Are
feel
y'all?
like he needs to start being more aggressive. So let's start getting points early. Let's start making an impact early. Let's shoot more. Let's drive more, rather
Yes,
than
more
always
floaters.
being super passive or super like central to the system. You know what I'm saying? He could do it. Yes, we know he could do it, but I'd rather see him do it when it's early in the game. You know what I'm saying? Give
But
the
see, I think
defense
those
a
are two different
reason.
things. I think those are two different things. Like he can be aggressive and drive more and do all the things that you're saying. I don't think that necessarily equates to he needs to shoot more though.
But it's at the same time he wasted the fourth quarter to want to shoot more and want to put up the points rather than doing it early and still doing it in the fourth, where now it opens it up for everybody else a little more.
Well, I think the problem is like so it's easy to focus on Howie because he's the best player on the team. You know what I mean? The problem is last time I saw Miles Turner, he was on a Got Milk T-shirt.
That's what I just said. Miles Turner
You
ain't
know what
giving
I'm
you
saying?
nothing.
He
Zero
ain't giving
on.
you nothing. He had a good quarter. I think he had a good third quarter in game 2.
Yeah,
And
that was
outside
it.
of that,
That's
he
it.
ain't really done nothing. You know what I mean?
Harvest
Like
time. What?
I was gonna say TJ McConnell has been kind of the catalyst. You know what I mean? Like
But
he's the reason that they won game 4
I don't like the way
or
TJ
game 3.
McConnell be playing though, bro. Like
What?
not
Are you
all the
crazy,
time.
Lethal?
I'd rather take what's his name? Can't even think.
You are nuts.
Yeah,
He
you
just
whoever
scored.
you
He
said
just
it,
scored
it don't
20.
even
He
matter.
just
Like,
scored 20. He just scored 22. I'll
all right,
take.
how about
Ben
this? How about this?
Mathurin?
Yeah,
If it wasn't for TJ McConnell, how about this? I got one for you. If it wasn't for TJ McConnell, Indiana would be down 3-1. If it wasn't for Halliburton hitting a shot with .3, it would have been a sweep.
Simple as that.
Because my whole thing is, I think 2-5 is onto something with this whole Steve Nash thing, because Halliburton was drafted in 2020. As a rookie, he averaged 13. His sophomore season, he split time between Sacramento and Indiana, so that don't really count. But then 2022, his first full season as a Pacer, he averaged 20 and 10. His next season, 20 and 10, led the league in assists last year. This year, with the most games that he's played as a Pacer, 73, he averaged 18 and 9. You know what I'm saying? So he's not a gaudy scorer.
but
You
20
know
and
what I'm
10
saying?
He
is
can score
20 and
though.
10.
But
20 and
he
10.
definitely has the ability for sure.
He can
Yeah.
score, bro. He hit 7 of 15 and 18 points last game. Imagine if he took 6 more shots, and Pascal took less shots, and Miles Turner didn't take all those shots.
See, but I think it start with, because in the first half you'll see how he'll be like 1 of 4
you
or
can't start like
2 of
that.
3. He'll start, because he starts slow. I feel like he waits, and he rather just wait to let the game still come to him instead of trying to find the groove and shoot them out. Try to shoot out the sun.
Because you can't force that. People's personalities are their personalities. Like, you know what I mean? So if Jalen Brunson came out or Trey Young came out, John Morant came out, and they went 1 for 4 in the first half, we would be like, yo, are they injured? You know what I mean? Like when Halliburton does it, we're like, all right, he's just gonna turn it on in the second half. Like you can't change his personality this late in the game.
Right.
I don't know.
I feel that.
I don't know. I don't look at him through that lens of he can't do it or he just choose not to. I just think that the offense don't allow him to. A lot of guys
I think
shoot a lot of early shots.
think it does. I think the offense
Neesmith shoots
allows him.
way too many shots at the beginning of the game.
He just
He got a green light because he had one good game. He's not a scorer to me.
He got to be more aggressive, bro. That's all.
He got to be the guy to be aggressive.
Start fast. He
Fuck
needs to
everybody
start
else.
faster.
Yeah, he got to be the guy to be aggressive. Like when Mather come off the bench, he's looking to score. He's not looking to pass to nobody. When
Or maybe,
Top
or
certain stuff, he's looking to score.
all
You
right.
got
Well, how
to
about this?
roll.
How about this? If you were Rick Carlisle, would you consider starting Matherin?
I
No,
would, because
no.
he
Well, I'm
because
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the
he could
guy who
give
I
you
feel like
15 quick.
is gonna take him over the top is Nimhard. He ain't had a good game all season, all series really.
He can't
He's the
defend
guy been
though,
checking
bro.
SGA the most. Him and Ben Shepherd.
Bro,
Nimhard is
Nimhard
getting bullied though. Like
is a
he
pest on defense.
He's
No,
playing great
Nimhard's the
defense
one.
on SGA. Him and Ben
Yeah, I was
Shepherd
gonna say, yeah.
playing great defense.
yes, but
Tremendous defense on SGA.
he is getting pushed around when it comes to when just like in the push offs and stuff, how Shea be going, he still be getting pushed.
They're
Like
not calling.
he's falling for the shit where he don't need to be falling for.
Well,
And
I
he's
think that.
And they're not calling the shit correct either. Lou Dort
Well,
fouled the shit out of Halliburton late in that game too. No call.
well, I think
Shout out to the
that
extender.
SGA lights up when he gets the switch with Neesmith on him. You
Exactly.
know,
Extenders,
But these
Scotty
know,
people
Pippen.
like-
out too much.
Nimhard has been doing a great job on SGA.
That's what I
He
said.
has.
Great. Like he's been
Yeah.
defending him as well as you could. You know what I mean? But when you get that switch, and that's what I'm surprised that OKC hasn't done more, because I'm OKC. The formula is I'm using Shea and J Dub to screen off of each other,
Yeah.
and whoever ends up
Dog at all.
right, and then whoever ends up with Neesmith on them, you go get the bucket.
Yeah, but see, at the same time, though, what you got Siakam when they have Caruso on Siakam, and then you got Miles Turner in the game too. These niggas don't be, especially Miles, don't be getting no rebounds. Check ain't nobody in nobody's paint. As small as he is, bro, niggas still don't get rebounds, and you would assume the Pacers have the rebounding edge with Siakam and Turner on the floor, and still cannot get no rebounds.
Because they getting boxed out. This is basketball.
Because
They might be bigger
OKC,
guys, but they're not. That's why I said Obi Toppin was so important to fill that role like he has. He's getting majority of a lot of those rebounds, and he's getting a lot of those open lane jump shots and 3-pointers. So it's like, again, Rick Carlisle's doing a phenomenal job. I think Rick Carlisle's the greatest coach of all time. I said this shit. I think when they win this shit, he gonna be up there with Phil now.
but I think everything Lethal just said is why I think OKC wins this series. You know what I'm saying? Because OKC's beating Indiana at the stuff that Indiana should be beating OKC at.
But I feel like Naptown's bench can outplay the OKC bench.
No, I think so. What I think is I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I think the problem overall is SGA can take over, and if his shot is not falling, can't nobody stop J Dub from getting to the basket.
At all.
Indiana doesn't. Right, Indiana doesn't have a dude that I can go, all right, we need you right now. So it has to be a collective.
But that's interesting though. If Naptown was to come away with this series, would Siakam be the MVP?
No, it's Halliburton.
It would have to be
Halliburton.
So Siakam ain't been balling this series, bro.
Fuck no.
He's been playing well. I'm not gonna shit on him or whatever the case may be.
Let me ask you this.
He's playing with a secondary defender on him. He's not playing great basketball.
Let me ask you this: if Pacers still win this finals, who's gonna be the finals MVP?
Halliburton deserves to have it.
My man asked us the question we were already answering.
I mean, but just like because you got
he controls the game. We just said that when he don't have a big game or a game where he's aggressive, they lose. If he's playing aggressive, they win. It's very simple.
Also, Siakam had a hot game, just not too.
He had one good game when he scored over 30. That's one jump. And niggas made it seem like he really was the catalyst of that shit. And I was so angry again, the same way I was with Tatum. These guys are secondary guys that you're putting in the front area.
But the bench has still shined the other game before that. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just like it's like a team. The team is more contributive to these wins in this series than it is just solely on Halle and Siakam in general.
Well, I think they're both like that though. They're both depending on it. Like OKC depends on Wallace. OKC depends on what's going coming into the game.
OKC is dependent on
Isaiah Joe
SGA dropping 35 points a game, and everybody else at least averaging 10 points.
SGA not dominating like that. He dominated like in the fourth quarter last game, but he's getting this shit in like eight intervals. He'll go on a run where he'll just score 8 straight points, get to the line, hit a couple jumpers, 8 points. He's not like dominating the whole game.
Yeah, the last 3 minutes of game 4, he outscored Indiana 12-1.
That's it. But up until that point, they had shut him down.
But he still, but see, that's
he
the
got
thing,
a lot
though.
of bullshit calls as usual.
But I will agree, Hallie ain't getting no free throws until last game either. So,
but see, that's the stuff that I don't like though, because you know what I mean. He's still averaging 33. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I'm not saying he's a shitty scorer.
And he's still playing a lot better than other players. I ain't gonna say no names. He's still playing better than other players. But when other players got numbers, we be like, oh, he's averaging this. He's the man. And with SGA, we like, he averaging this, but fuck it, it don't mean nothing.
He playing he playing.
And then the same way we complaining about SGA getting these calls. Kobe got those calls. Jordan got those calls. D-Wade got those calls.
But basically,
he's not even really going for a jump shot. He just falling to niggas and throwing the ball up.
D-Wade did the same.
And he's playing.
D-Wade did the same exact thing.
Yes, D-Wade did. James Harden did. You mentioned Jordan and Kobe. No,
but this is that's what it is.
So you ain't never seen Jordan. So you ain't never watch a Chicago Bulls game, and within the flow of the game, Jordan was just getting calls that he shouldn't have got.
Fuck no.
Of course you would say that.
Fuck no. Not just no. You said calls he shouldn't have got. He's being aggressive.
Yes, that's what I said.
Calls. He's not. He's not being aggressive though.
So why can't
can you tell me?
Why we can't?
I already know the answer to this question.
Shea is the MVP, and he's
I already know the answer. I already know
in the finals right now.
I already know the answer to this question, but who led the NBA in driving to the basket this year?
I'm assuming it's SGA.
Yes. So why wouldn't he get the calls? It's the same thing. If this was Anthony Edwards, if this was Anthony Edwards doing the same exact thing, y'all would not have any complaints because y'all love Anthony Edwards.
No, I don't have a problem with SGA. I'm just looking at the fact that he's getting a lot of bullshit calls. If you're going to the club and you're not really trying to score, and all you're doing is this, that's not you. You don't deserve to get a call. You going to the hole. You love a guy like LeBron. You giving a guy elbow to the chest. And the guy fall on the ground and they call a foul on him. That's not a foul.
All the top dudes. Dudes.
Mike, I just want to say, shout out to the extender. I keep saying it. Scott Foster, the extender.
Either way, bro. Either way.
All the top dudes in the NBA get those calls.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. The same way that Trae Young. The same way that Trae Young and Jalen Brunson still get that pump fake, get you in the air that they were supposed to stop calling 2 years ago.
Like 7 times I had to cut the game off. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this?
I mean, we know what the new era ball is right now. You know,
but that's what I'm saying. But the problem is that y'all only complain about the one dude.
I don't complain about none of this shit.
No, I don't complain about the one guy. I'm just looking at the game in its totality. If you're gonna say you one of them guys, again. Jokic ain't getting those type of calls. Jokic is better than him.
Jokic plays a different position.
Jokic is better than him.
He has the ball the same amount of times he does. Luka don't get those type of calls.
Jokic is better than him. I agree.
Luka not getting those type of calls. Giannis ain't getting those type of calls.
That's a lie. That is a lie.
Giannis is not getting those calls. Giannis gets fouled every play. Literally.
Luka definitely gets those calls. That's why when the Lakers were still playing, I said, 25 said, yo, Steph Curry got to be mad as hell when he sees Luka play because Luka, all he got to do is trip over himself and he gets a foul call.
I think that Luka cries so much they got to give him the call. But I'm just saying, in crunch time situations, they're giving SGA a lot of calls, dog. And a lot of times, he fouling niggas too. They're not calling on him.
They do that with all superstars. They do
all the time and be scraping niggas' arms and shit, not getting no calls.
Every top 5 to 10 player in NBA history during their era gets those calls.
Is he a top guy though?
Right
Was he a
now,
top
he's the
scorer?
MVP, so I would say yes, he is a top
Was he,
guy.
But
was
that's
he a
what I'm
top
saying.
scorer? Or
Is
is he
he
a top
not?
guy?
Is he
Yes,
not
yes, he led the
playing
league in
MVP?
scoring this year. Yes.
Is he not playing MVP type caliber ball in
I
the
don't think
finals
so.
right now?
I don't think so.
I don't
Jalen
know,
Williams
man.
is. J-Dub
I know
is.
all I know is if
Chet
Jason
Holmgren
Tatum,
is.
all I know is if Jason Tatum was averaging 33 in the finals right now on a bad shooting percentage, you would tell me so what? He's averaging 33 points.
I agree. But I'm telling you this from a fact
Exactly.
that
That's all I'm
Tatum
saying.
not getting no calls. He
And
getting
on
no.
top of that, he's been averaging 30 in the playoffs this whole time.
Well, I got it. You know
So-
what? I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm gonna do next game. Since you're doing this shit, I got something for you. Next game on Monday, I'm gonna record every time he gets a foul call. I'm gonna put that shit in. I'm gonna clip that motherfucker up.
But
And we're
see,
gonna discuss that shit.
that's the thing. I'm not sitting up here disagreeing with you that he doesn't get calls that he shouldn't get. I'm not
You just saying
disagreeing
that
with that.
I don't think the guy. I'm just saying.
I'm saying that most top players in the league get those same calls. They might not look like SGAs as far as like the flopping and stuff that you're talking about or whatever. It might not look like that. But there's times where dudes don't get touched and they get foul calls.
I do believe that. I'm just saying when to me it always happens when it's late game situation. And again he cooking. He already got the mid range cooking. He got the fakes. He doing all this thing. He's doing this thing. I'm just saying when it's tight, they seem to just give him the call way too many times. Like it's easy to get on the court and get a couple calls. He getting 4 or 5 in a row.
Are they not trying to push? Are they
Jalen
not
Brunson
trying to
get those-
push Shea
Jalen Brunson gets
as
those calls?
as the face of the league?
No, I don't think that they are.
I think Gil hit it on the head. I sent you that shit what Gil said. He is. I think they're trying to make him the face of the league. They can't
I don't
make
think that
him the
they
face of
are.
the league. I'm telling you, I really do. I think they are.
I don't think that they are. I think
What?
SGA is a dude that has worked hard. Yes, there are some things in his game that I don't like you're talking about right now. But SGA is just, you're lucky he doesn't play for the Lakers or somebody, because then we'll never, not see him.
Man, he probably will try to get to the Lakers soon though.
You know what I mean? But I think that like certain dudes like Jordan, LeBron, people like that, we know who they are coming out of high school or college, like right off top. We already expect them to be the best players in the league. SGA didn't come into the league as like he's supposed to be that dude. So since he worked his way into being that dude, people are just rejecting it because he wasn't the one that was supposed to be doing it.
I agree.
That's tough.
I mean, I'm not
know-
mad that he's doing it. I just
You're gonna be
prefer-
mad in a few days when he sends your team home.
Chill, bro.
They're your team, not mine.
Nap time till we die.
You know what I'm
Nap time till
saying?
we die. You heard?
My whole thing is Tyrese Halliburton, again, like y'all said, is he gonna be the aggressor?
He has to.
Because
He got to stop being Jimmy
He
Butler.
got to,
can't-
bro.
the Pacers can't be a championship.
He got to stop being Jimmy Butler, bro.
Yeah, that's right. Jimmy Butler, 100%. You're right.
That's just the main thing about it. That's just like if he can stop being the Jimmy Butler and go get that 25, go get that 30, and have Siakam at 25, you know what I'm saying, and another 28 maybe, get them assists and get some rebounds going, we be all right, bro.
I think
You know
that
what I'm saying?
if Halliburton comes out in Game 5 and takes 25 shots, if I'm OKC, I'm clapping my hands and I'm excited.
Really?
Yes, because I
I
got
just
so
read to
many.
you.
What if
I
he
got so
hit them?
many-
No, now
I got so many people.
How many he made
I
out of that 25?
I got so
you just
many
said?
people that I could switch on him, and that means that the other guys, like the Matherins and the Siakams or whoever, that means that they aren't comfortable, and when they need to make a shot late, they're not going to be in rhythm. So I want that. That's why, like, when I played, like, if I was a team back in the day, like when LeBron was in Cleveland, put up 45 on me. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? That means Kyle Korver ain't getting those shots. That means that, you know what I'm saying, like Channing Frye ain't gonna burn me from deep. Get 45.
But you expecting him to only make like 12 shots if you saying
I don't care how many he makes. I don't care how
Bruh.
many he makes.
Too
If
bad.
Halliburton comes out there, no, if Halliburton comes
if
Halliburton comes out there and goes 18 for 25,
if he goes
if Hal-
21 to 25, what you gonna say then?
if he goes 21 or 25, the Pacers still gonna lose by 7.
That's
Shit.
tough.
Because that means that everybody else ain't getting involved.
How you
Okay.
know he can
That's tough.
still give you 13 assists out of that 25?
He ain't get if he takes 25 shots, he ain't getting me 13 assists.
You don't think so?
No. I think if he takes 25
That's
shots, he might give me
tough.
6 or 7.
That's tough, bro.
Super tough.
Bro, there's only so many possessions in a basketball game.
But they play great defense. They cause turnovers. They
And
run
then
fast break.
and then like I said, if I'm OKC, there's plenty of people that I can switch on to Halliburton that he won't go 21 for 25.
I don't know, man.
That's tough, bro. That's tough, bro.
Like it's the same way, bro. Like we look at people like Jalen Brunson and them and Trey Young and people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they score their 33, 34 points, but it's usually something if they take 25 shots, it's like 11 for 25 or something like that. They rarely go 17 for 25 or better. So I want you to take all those shots. Because one, it's not your game. So I got you playing in a way that is not your style. So go ahead and do that.
I just think he's super efficient. Again, I just read to you he was 7 for 15, 18.
Everybody's efficient when they taking a little amount of shots. Remember.
Oh, he's taking four. He's not taking no bad shots though. Every shot he's took has been a good shot.
That's not true.
What bad shot are you taking? Maybe the threes. Other than the three, I'm talking about all this.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those threes that. Yeah. But what I'm saying is,
he ain't really been stopped. I'm not seeing that one person stop him all series.
But you got to remember too. The defense is, they're going to adjust. So if that's what he's doing, they're going to play for that, and that's where it's going to take for those guys like Obi Toppin to continue to knock down shots. And
but
you know what I mean?
Do you feel like Halliburton should just match up with SGA the
No.
whole time?
Hell no.
No, absolutely not.
Nembhard has been playing a good defense. Him and Ben Shepherd have been playing phenomenal defense on SGA.
They need to do what the Lakers used to do with Kobe. Like Kobe, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody talks about this great defender Kobe was, and I'm not saying that he wasn't. But when they played the Spurs, guess who he was guarding? Bruce Bowen. You know what I'm saying? You know, he be guarding Shane Battier when they play some, you know what I mean? Like he's not guarding Manu.
Hell no. He'd have fouled out guarding Manu.
That's what I'm saying. So, you don't want Halliburton, like if it's a switch, then it's a switch. But you don't want to intentionally tell Hallie, go get SGA.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Especially with the calls that you're complaining about. With the calls you're complaining about, Hallie going to have 2 fouls in 3 minutes.
But it's like matchup based, bro. They have damn near the same measurables, and it's just like
right now too.
I feel like that's just a better matchup for the Pacers to be aggressive on defense.
You could do that maybe if Nembhard was hitting his shots. You know what I'm saying? But he's not, so you can't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to find a way to get Nembhard to hit shots. And now you're going on the road and you're telling him, hey, you're in a slump. Come out of the slump in this crazy-ass arena.
I need Miles Turner to stop acting like he could just jack up cannonball threes and think them joints just automatically going in. And I need Siakam to, when he be driving on Caruso, to stop acting like this man a big man and just go yam on this nigga.
Like the only thing the Pacers, like the real advantage that the Pacers have in this series is their pace. That's what they have in this series. Outside of that, damn near everything else favors OKC.
So you don't see them winning this game 5 tonight?
No. You know what I'm saying? No, but that doesn't mean that I'm saying OKC is going to dog walk them or something like that. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, they only got to win by 1 point.
If we still win this joint, we win in the finals.
No, look, I'm not trying to sit up here and say that
You're going
Indiana
back on Indy 2-5. That's what you doing.
I'm not trying to say that Indiana isn't capable of winning this series. What I'm just saying is they won't win this series.
They're gonna win it, bro.
They're definitely capable. They just won't, because I just feel like think about it, Lethal. Think about it like this. So I brought up game 1, right? You know, where Halliburton hit the shot. You know, game 3, it was McConnell. Game 4, it was what's my man name? It was Mathurin, who scored something like
27.
27 points. Yeah,
20,
like
yeah,
you like
it was the bench. It was the bench play.
that's the stuff that y'all need to beat OKC. OKC just got to play a B+ game, and the game is at least going to come down to the wire. You know what I'm saying? Without those things that Matherin did, you know what I'm saying, and all that, like you're down 3-1.
So
And
you don't
then
think
and
the youth? So you don't think the youth of OKC is a problem anymore?
no, I think we're past that. I mean, this is the NBA Finals now. They've won three series already. Like that young stuff is out the window. And if Indiana does lose, it goes back to what I told y'all before the playoffs started. OKC don't get no excuses. You're the
100.
best team in the league. Go win the title. If you don't
100.
win the
And
title,
then yeah,
then you're gonna get
they
it.
don't win the title exactly, bro. There's like everybody goes they go talk about OKC blowing it more than Indiana winning it.
Because they have been. Because like I said, like listen what I just told you. This could have literally been a sweep if 2 or 3 plays go different. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how close this series is. Like the blowout win belongs to OKC. You know what I mean? Indiana,
So would the Knicks and OKC right now been better than what we
no,
get with the Pacers?
No,
no. OKC would have 1-5 probably against the Knicks.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
the
think
Knicks would
it
have won
would
a
without
single
Messi
game.
for sure.
Like Jalen Brunson would have been out here going 7 for 32.
I agree. Knicks would have got the full sweep, 4 games.
Yeah, they would have got the dog piss beat out of them.
Yeah, they got beat down for sure.
Because that's the thing. Like Indiana and OKC aren't actually that different. You know what I'm saying? Like OKC just has the guy that you can say put us on your back.
So if Hallie come out this joint in Game 5, get the dub, drop like 30, and average like at least 11 assists, and then go into Game 6, win 6 with another 20, 28, and 12. Finals MVP.
I think if Indiana wins this series, regardless of winning, how Halliburton is the MVP, regardless.
Okay.
Unless Siakam or somebody comes out here and puts up 35 back to back or something like that, Halliburton's the MVP.
Yeah, if Siakam do that shit, he definitely deserve that shit. But from what I'm seeing, he's not really playing effectively. He's scoring a lot of points in the first quarter, second quarter, first half, if you will. After that, he vanishes. And like Lito said, he's not getting no rebounds. Like,
Who titles mean more to the city?
Indiana?
OKC title or Indiana title?
Indiana.
I would say OKC. Just because they went through the Durant, Westbrook, you know, those years or whatever, and those teams couldn't do it.
I think Indiana, because nobody's expecting Indiana to be
here. Indiana ain't been there in a long time.
Since the Reggie years. They ain't been there, yo. Like, and nobody's expecting them to be here to the finals at all. OKC had a certain level.
This both teams' second time being back in the finals.
Yeah, that's a good observation. Because I feel like OKC had like a certain level they're supposed to have been at. And they fell short last year. It's like, niggas isn't from the Pacers at all. Nobody paid the Pacers to win it all. At all. So they win that shit. It's like, wow.
Okay, but Pacers also had a moment where before Halliburton got hurt, and they was on that run. So it was just like, I just feel like, as far as value wise, I think it will mean more for the city of Indy if they win the title.
Yeah, and I think they 17 been spending. I think that they'd have made the most threes in the finals, most threes in the playoffs. Like they're gonna be the next model of how to build a team. Personally,
I can see that.
Which small market team would you rather have, Indy or OKC?
I'd rather have OKC because they got all them picks too.
Me talking about say them picks, goddamn it. I'm telling you, if I'm OKC, I'm going in Cooper Flag. No bullshit.
Bro, that's Dallas. You already know.
And like I said, they are.
You called it though. I'm just saying. I'm going by what you said. You called that shit. And I feel like that's what I would go do. I'm going to Cooper Flag. I'm going to offer you as many picks as I feel like that's going to suffice.
Yeah, and like I said, they still got Topic, Nikola Topic that they drafted last year, who hasn't even played a game yet.
At all.
You know what I mean? They got like a top 15 pick this year in the draft.
I hope they keep Lively, bro.
Oh yeah, they're not letting go of Lively. If anything, Gafford is gone.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather Gafford go before Lively.
Gafford should come on back to Chicago, where he belongs.
So that's Gafford, Giannis.
Gafford in Boston.
So
hold on,
so I heard Booker. I heard Booker is staying. I heard
Booker. Yeah, Booker about to get this 2 years, 150.
You better get that Bizag, the Brinks truck.
So we shouldn't expect nothing from Phoenix for a long time anymore.
No, they're done.
No, yeah, pretty much.
All right. So like the Wizards, my mind for the Wizards. Where we at? What we doing? Are we
I like the Wizards, man. Wizards got to win. Wizards win 27, 28 games next year, and then the year after make the playoffs.
Okay. Okay.
Even if they so they're gonna get better addition by subtraction by getting rid of Jordan Poole.
It has nothing to do with Jordan Poole. It has to do with everything else. Like, you know, they went out and got Sarr this year, who had a low-key good rookie year, especially defensively. You know, you're bringing in another top, 6 pick. You know, Bub Carrington, was one of the 3 or 4 best rookies, the only rookie to play 82 games this year.
Big facts.
You know, you got Koulibaly, who has a lot of potential. So you got to get rid of Jordan Poole. You got to get rid of Jordan Poole to get those guys more minutes because they can't develop if he's in the way.
Do y'all keep Chris Middleton?
I hope not.
Damn.
Like I think that no disrespect,
prime, bro. Chris Middleton.
It's not disrespect. Like I said, you got to clear the way for these guys to develop. So with a guy like Chris Middleton, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, what contender can use him? You know what I'm saying? Somebody can use him off the bench.
Shit, who you
You
telling?
don't want him to be you don't want him to be your Haslam?
No, because we already got Marcus Smart for that.
And he ain't got no ties to Washington.
None.
We already got Marcus Smart for that.
I smell buyout.
Yeah, you can see that too. But if I'm the Wizards, I'm calling around. I'm calling somebody like, hey, who wants Chris Middleton? Like, think about, okay, how about this? I got one for you. How about Chris Middleton on the Knicks?
I like it.
Or
you know
I
what I'm saying?
Than Mikal Bridges.
That's like them having Julius Randle all over again.
No, but I'm talking about coming off the bench, being the 6th man, and you know what I'm saying, being the leadership late in the game and all that kind of stuff like that. I'm not talking about sending Chris Middleton somewhere and say, yo, go average 21 a game or something like that.
You want him to be Gallinari?
Maybe. Or how about Chris Middleton to Orlando?
I like it. Yo, where Orlando pick at?
I can't remember.
Let me check.
But speaking of Orlando, you know what I'm saying? How about that trade today?
Facts.
Desmond Bane.
I like the move to get Desmond Bane.
Draft capital.
No, I don't like that.
Insane, dogs.
And the Spurs
I don't like that.
They gotta fucking relax.
No, they said KD is down to Minnesota, Miami, and Houston.
What?
Minnesota, Miami, and Houston.
Those are the leaders right now.
Orlando, they picked 25, 46, and 50 and 57. 25?
If he go to Houston,
or hold up, my bad, Lethal. Or was that 25 a part of the Memphis deal?
It might have been.
So if he go to Houston, would we
They
consider
made the
that
playoffs,
like
so
a
never mind.
Kawhi,
They were 41 and 41.
type season for him? If he goes to Houston,
if KD goes to Houston, I think they win a series next year. I don't know if they go any further than that.
he can't pull the Kawhi and take the
Houston only going as far as Jalen Green take him.
Exactly, unless he's a part of that trade.
You got the Wizards at 6.
I feel like
Yeah,
he'll go to Minnesota just because Ant fuck with KD, and since the Olympic
Yeah,
Games too.
when they first started talking about KD at the trade deadline, Minnesota is where I thought he was going to go.
What about KD to Washington?
No,
It'll be stupid.
Back
yeah,
home?
like
He's
nah,
coming back
we
home.
not on.
Pulling
No, we
LeBron.
not on that.
He's
We
coming.
not on that timeline, bro. We not on that timeline.
Coming.
KD trying to jump on a team that
He trying
can,
to he ring
yeah,
hopping.
Pair
yeah,
him with
he
Michael
ring
Beasley.
hopping.
Come on, man.
He
They're
ring
coming
hopping.
home. Coming
No.
home.
I'm dead.
So
no.
does,
What Washington
does
needs to do is
LeBron
holler at
does
Orlando
LeBron
and
make
see
the
if we can get
playoffs?
Jalen Suggs.
Does he
Yeah,
go
the
out his
Lakers.
final year?
Yeah, Lakers making the playoffs next year.
But he don't make it
I mean, they might be in the play-in, but you know what I'm saying. But they'll make it.
Does Bronny start next year?
Free the game,
No.
man.
I would say no. Bronny better not start next year.
Hey, I smell Bronny starting next year, dogs.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need no paper towels.
I smell paper towels to Bronny.
Did Steph Curry give us 2 more?
No.
2 more what?
2
Not
more
with Draymond on
years.
the team.
No, I think that Steph Curry retires after next season and walks out the door with Steve Kerr.
So he retired same year as Bron. Him and Bron go out together.
Bro, free the game. Fuck that shit.
I got stuff playing like Dale.
No, I think LeBron. No, I think LeBron plays another year after this year.
You want to play with Bryce? You know how that goes. You know how that shit
goes.
Yeah.
I think Bron.
More of a shit show. The only player ever to play with both his sons.
Should
Bron
and Curry go out at the same time, or should they go out on separate times?
See that whack ass shit.
I think they should go out separately. Like, but it just depends. The only reason I think Steph is gone, and I mean, maybe he doesn't retire. Maybe they trade him, but because next year is the last year of that Steve Kerr deal. So
I doubt they trade.
I don't. If Steve Kerr doesn't get renewed again, I don't see Steph staying there wanting to be a part of a rebuild.
Maybe it won't be a rebuild.
Is Steph?
They got pieces.
Do y'all see a decline in Steph where you can say it's not worth it for 3 years to still put together a championship team around Steph?
Yes, because like Steph is going through that phase in his career where the injuries are taking over now.
But they'll play.
Yeah, you can't play if you're injured.
But when he do play,
like if I'm only going to get 55 games out of you, you can go do that somewhere else.
That's why I think they're going to go get Jordan Poole again. They're going to trade Draymond, bring back Jordan Poole. They were trying to bring back KD in mid-year, Draymond said.
They were.
I don't know, bro. I think the core that they got with Butler, Draymond, Curry. If they bring back what's his name? What's the start with a K?
Kuminga?
If they bring back him and actually let him be the main scorer, you know what I'm saying? They might could do something.
But see, Lethal done did that thing. See, Lethal did that thing Adam was talking about. You know, so we talking about these finals, you bringing up all the old ass players.
My bad, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Steph is just enjoying his life on his couch where he should be.
Hey, look, man. We all want to still see the great shooter. I'd rather see the great shooter before
back in the finals
the crybaby.
I don't
like the great shooter before the crybaby, bro.
It's not that I don't want. It's not that I don't want to see Steph back in the finals per se, but if he can get to the finals, he can get to the finals. If he can, I'm not losing no sleep.
But his legacy, I feel like Steph's legacy is better than LeBron's legacy.
That's because you hate LeBron.
I fuck with Miami LeBron.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
That's the only LeBron I fuck with.
Yeah, you hate LeBron. There you go.
And then I give respect. I don't know how you can have Cleveland because without Kyrie, without Uncle Drew, LeBron doesn't bring that Cleveland title to Cleveland.
No.
So
why y'all be saying stuff like that?
It's real shit, bro.
It's a fact.
The dude
It's
The
real
dude
shit.
that
Without
I'm not.
Uncle Drew, he doesn't get
I'm
that
not
Cleveland
saying.
title.
I'm not saying.
We all
I'm not
know that.
saying. I'm not saying that it's not a fact per se. But LeBron
Yes,
led
yes,
everybody in that.
yes.
He led everybody in that series in every category.
He still needed Uncle Drew, bro.
Everybody needs somebody.
Uncle Drew's defense on Steph Curry was so key,
Who
and that
who
game
who won
winning
it?
shot he made.
Yeah, that was one game. Where
Kyrie
was
had
he?
27. He averaged 27 in that series.
Where was Kyrie? Where was Kyrie games 1 through 4?
We can pull it up if you like.
Where was he games 1 through 4?
I can pull it
LeBron
up
was
if you
being
like.
LeBron.
When LeBron was out here leading everybody in every category on both teams.
If he shot more than everybody, then you gonna leave more than everybody. I mean, that's his
What
math.
about the rebounds? What about the rebounds and assists?
But that's what I
6'8".
said though, bro. Miami
What about the steals
LeBron,
and the blocks?
Miami LeBron, I fuck with.
6'8".
Cleveland LeBron, he only got that one with Uncle Drew. He needed Uncle Drew to seal that Cleveland one. You
And
know
like
what
I
I'm saying?
said, what player are you seeing win a championship by himself?
Michael Jordan,
Ben
Lies,
Wallace.
I didn't watch Mike. I didn't get a chance to watch.
lies,
Fly
MJ
like
This nigga
by
said
himself.
Ben Wallace. That's crazy.
lies,
Ben Wallace, yeah, shout out to Ben Wallace.
This nigga said Ben
Lies.
Wallace. He's crazy.
Chauncey Billups
Jay
off
Wonders
the,
is by
off the
himself,
three.
dog. Pippen was along
lies,
for the ride.
lies.
That was a team
Harper,
effort. You had
Jordan
Tayshaun
still,
Prince and what you call and Chauncey on that team and Rip Hamilton with the face mask.
Jordan still needed Ron Harper to play some of that defense.
Kawhi Leonard took the
Did he
Raptors
really?
to the finals and
Yes,
won the bitch.
you know what I'm saying.
You had Rip Hamilton out there like Dr.
He needed Horace Grant to hit those wide open mid range shots.
Shit,
They don't-
Jalen Brown, let some niggas tell it.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Jalen Brown. Come on now.
Hey, look,
So
man,
they
Jason Terry balled out, but nobody.
Why y'all always got to mess up a good conversation with
Hey,
the
bro,
bullshit?
man.
Nobody
Not the
said that.
That's what I'm saying too. Oh, God damn. That's what I'm saying.
We sit
the
up here
bullshit
having
is
a
funny.
good
I
ass
love it. The
conversation.
bullshit is hilarious. The
We
bullshit
sit up
was
here
is
having a good ass.
constructive.
It'd be
We
like
sit up
this
here
nigga
having a
said
good ass
Ben Wallace.
conversation, and
No, the Ben Wallace
and
show was funny. Who said that? Cup said that?
Yeah.
Cups
This nigga
couldn't wait
hilarious.
to shit on. Cups couldn't wait to shit on his guy on his team for no
Bruh,
reason.
all I said was Jalen Brown carried the Celtics.
He did not.
We gonna see what Jalen Brown do this year. Goddammit. We gonna see when that spotlight on his ass. We gonna
He
see
did
who the
not
fuck
the
carry
really
spotlight
is.
is still on Tatum and his
He did.
recovery.
He hurt.
He
Tatum
did
not
not.
playing next year.
He gonna
He's
end
not
up
playing next year at all. The spotlight will be on Jalen Brown's ass next year. You're
So you don't think he gonna play next year at all?
fuck no. Why would he play at all?
But see what's
ACL?
going to happen. No, but see what's going to happen though is Boston's going to trade Porzingis. They're going to trade Drew Holiday, and maybe somebody else, and then when Jalen Brown don't have a good record, y'all gonna act like he had the same team.
No, we're not.
Oh, here we go.
We shooting some bail. A little bit of bail because he still got Pritchard there.
Nah, Cups ain't
No, it
Cups
depends.
ain't shooting him
No,
no
you
bail.
can't say that. You can't say that because it depends on who Boston bring in.
And
Cups
Porzingis
ain't
wasn't a major
shooting no
factor.
bail.
Moves.
Cups
He
said
barely
Cups
played this
said
year.
Cups said if Jalen Brown don't win 57 next year, he got to go.
He got at least how
By
many
himself,
points he
bro,
got
and
to
he got
average?
an average 34.
I agree.
34.
I agree. That's what Tatum was doing.
34.
Tatum was doing.
34. Are you reaching the reach or what?
Tatum was averaging 30-some points a game
Bro,
with that same team. He got
The
more. He
same
got the
team.
green light, more shots.
But you forgot
Carry
the
the
most
nigga.
important part. You forgot the most important part. That was the same team to include Jalen Brown.
So he can't do it by himself.
You know
Who
what I'm
are
saying?
the players that he's
I'm
gonna
not saying
play
he can't
with?
do it by himself. I'm saying we haven't seen him do it.
Who are the players he's gonna
Do you
have?
think he can?
Those are two different things.
Do you think he can?
You can talk about the players that y'all gonna subtract, but who are the players that you're adding?
In the East ain't strong. If y'all saying who y'all saying this nigga is, why can't he? We seen Jalen Brunson do it.
Like if the Celtics
what did we say that he was?
The Celtics go get Evan Mobley.
I've heard you niggas say numerous times that Jalen Brown's on the same level as Tatum.
All right, time out. Now, who said that?
You and Red.
Specifically. I did not say that. I did not say that. I did not
You
say
said that Jalen Brown's on the same level as
Like,
Tatum.
I
I've
did not
heard
say
you say
that.
these things.
LaMelo Ball is that guy on and
You
off the court.
you did not hear me say that. What you heard me say was Jason Tatum is better than Jaylen Brown, but I don't think the gap is monstrous, is what I said. I didn't
Okay,
say they were on the same
so
level.
they're on the same
Those are
level,
two
or they're
different
not on
things.
the same level. So they're like
You know
right
what I'm
here.
saying?
They're right here.
If we were playing NBA 2K and we were doing ratings or whatever, and if Jason Tatum was a 97, Jaylen Brown would be like a 94 or a 95.
That's pretty close to me.
That's what I'm saying. It's close, but it
I
ain't.
got Jaylen Brown
There
like
is,
80.
but there
I
is
got
a
Jaylen Brown like
line
80.
between them.
like
There
Tatum at like 97 to me.
there is a line between them though. Like yes, they are pretty close, but there is a line of demarcation that says Jason Tatum is better.
Because Jaylen Brown doesn't have the left hand. He still doesn't have
At
the left
all.
hand.
It's more than
They
that.
was turning
But
that
you
shit
know what I
over
mean?
when they were losing the Knicks. Turn that bitch over left and right on a fast break. Just turn that shit over.
No, Jaylen Brown, because Jaylen Brown is more heart and mental toughness. Jason Tatum is more skilled.
He is.
And that's why I say that if Jason Tatum had Jaylen Brown's brain, he might be closer to Kobe than he is right now.
And I definitely agree with you on that 100%. You always have said that. And I definitely agree.
But
You can change their minds and switch the motherfucker like, because man, Tatum be bullshit.
But make no mistake about it, Jason Tatum is better than Jaylen Brown.
So Boston gets a pass this season coming up.
I think they do. I'm just talking shit. I think they get a pass.
Whatever happens, no matter what happens with Boston, however their season goes, they get a pass.
Yes, they're missing their best player. Why wouldn't they? Like if OKC loses SGA, am I supposed to be like how they didn't make the finals?
I mean, you at least expect them to make the playoffs, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. Made the playoffs at least.
Maybe.
They got talent on that team still.
Maybe. I don't know if J-Dub can, average 27 and put the team on his back without somebody else taking attention off of him. I don't know that.
I mean, you still got Chet, as they say.
Yeah, Chet and hooping.
Yeah, Chet still need to eat.
Yeah, he still.
You know what I'm saying? He's like the basketball version of Manny Forbes.
Yeah, he feed the children out that bitch, dog.
We
playing tougher, though. I give him credit.
Luka went on his diet. Luka then went back to young Luka. I might have to show some love soon, depending on how
that nigga was nice, bro. When he first came into the league, was dunking on everybody. So
if he plays some fucking defense, it might be something different.
Yeah, he ain't got no defense at all. Though. His defense package is fucked up. Straight ass.
Mm-hmm. Bro, free the game, man. Where is my dog gonna play? I think, bro, I fear that they're gonna keep him for another season, maybe 2.
Who?
Trey.
Oh, Trey? Yeah.
Maybe he ends up a trade deadline, dude.
He might be. If the ship ain't really in the right direction.
What if Boston go and slide and get the boy?
Without Tatum, it might. I don't know. We might. You know,
give Jaylen Brown a running mate.
No, it's just gonna turn into blame Jaylen Brown. Like Trey gonna be shooting 39%, but we're gonna blame Jaylen Brown.
He's the leader.
I'm about to say he's supposed to be that guy.
Supposed to be that guy, y'all said. He's supposed to be that dude, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of dudes that's supposed to be that guy that y'all don't give
criticism
to.
The Celtics I don't want him to
beat Rondo.
There's a lot of guys that's supposed to be that guy that y'all don't give criticism to.
They need another Rondo.
And that's y'all don't give Anthony Edwards no criticism.
Anthony Edwards not Finals MVP. He's not Finals MVP.
He's Finals MVP in your heart.
He's not a champion.
He ain't played well.
He's a champion in your heart.
He ain't played well. He needs to get back.
He has the potential to be a champion.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a problem. Y'all just not watch basketball. Like y'all can't be watching the same basketball I'm watching.
Tell me more.
Please, enlighten me.
How can you not see that Anthony is that guy? That's the next guy in the franchise. We talk about a franchise player, one guy to lead, lead the league. That's that. That's him.
Why do y'all do this?
He's not a game
Nobody
manager.
said that he wasn't. Like you're arguing something that wasn't even said.
But I'm saying we talking about the expectations and what it takes to lead a team. Jaylen Brown is a champion and the Finals MVP.
No,
So
we're
yeah,
talking. No, we're talking about.
if
No,
Trae
we're
Young is
talking
not
about
doing
what I
well,
said.
if Trae Young is not doing well, it's still gonna be what was Jaylen Brown doing. Just like right now, when niggas be like, oh, what was Jason Tatum doing? Why do we have to be shouting out Jaylen Brown right now when we should be shouting out Jason Tatum? That's what the
No,
conversation gonna be.
what it is what it is comprehension, because all that stuff that Mr. Bishop say, I did not say.
I'm talking about the Trae Young jump though.
No, that's a
No, I
great
was
point
just
that you just.
informing.
No, that's a
I
great
was
point that you just made about Trae Young and Jaylen Brown. That's a great point that you just made. But I'm talking about the whole like, why are we acting like Ant ain't? Nobody said that he wasn't.
Oh yeah, nah.
But you know what I'm saying? But because what I'm saying is this is the problem. Because we can agree that Ant is that guy and all the things that Mr. Bitch said. But as a part
right.
of being that guy comes the criticism that he doesn't get. So like other players that we look at on that level and of that magnitude, when they don't succeed, they get that criticism. I'm just saying if Anthony Edwards is all the things that y'all say that he is, and he is, how come he don't get the criticism?
I told you he had a
And
bad. He had
and
a
my
bad
answer
time. He had a bad
is
series, bro.
because y'all like him.
I
You know what
expect
I'm
him to
saying?
do
So
better though.
like it's just like when we talk about quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? We could watch 5 quarterbacks do the same thing, but we don't have the same criticisms or credit given to them based on who we like.
Tell me about it.
That's my problem. Like, because I love Anthony Edwards. He's one of my favorite players, but I'm still going to criticize him if he shits the bed. Whereas other people be like, that's my dude. I'm not going to criticize him. Like, it doesn't mean that I like him any less if I criticize him.
Yeah, I think that Anthony Edwards is good. I just think that, again, I think they fucked this team up personally. I think he was.
They did.
I think personally he decided to shoot too many threes. I think he
He
got
did.
outside of his
Yeah,
own
he
game.
did too. Yep, I felt like
You know
too.
what I'm
He
saying?
did.
His game
On the
at
Olympics,
first was the
it
mid
changed.
range,
Yeah, it was
and he was
midi.
going to the whole. You know what I'm saying? That
He
midi
needs
was
he needs
crucial.
he needs to watch SGA.
Right.
needs
He need to
to.
go back to what he was doing
He needs to
before.
watch SGA because when SGA shot ain't falling, SGA looks to get everybody else involved. Anthony Edwards only gets people involved when he's trapped or can't do something.
Mm-hmm.
They
That's
said
the
I seen a
difference.
report. I seen a report. He went to go holler at Mike to learn how to get away from the double teams and find different ways
It's
around this stuff. You know what I'm
easy,
saying?
dog. You just
But
gotta play weak side and cut across. It's very easy. Anthony Edwards wanted the ball in his hand too much. They need a point guard. That's why I said you
Yes.
gotta play Rob Dillingham. He want to
Yes.
carry the ball up the court. That's how you get trapped. I
Yes.
studied
And that's
MJ.
why
MJ
he
never
is
got
great.
trapped. You're not gonna trap MJ because he's gonna stay on the weak side and flash as
you
fast
want
as he
you
can to
most
get
of
to
the
that top
time
of the
you want your main guy off the ball.
And that's
Off
why
the ball
that's
most of
why
the
Anthony
time.
Edwards is great because one, he's only 23 years old, and
Mhm.
two, they shouldn't have been in the Western Conference Finals either one of those years.
2
Like
years in a row.
realistically, that's what I'm saying.
So you felt
But at the
like
same time,
you felt like they was ahead of their time, and this was just one of
They
those.
fucked their team up,
This
dog.
once
I feel
again.
like they're ahead of their time, and there's no window now.
Mm.
Like that window is probably closed for another 2 to 3 years now because
You don't think
now
you think so? You don't think it's still open? You don't think it's
Yeah,
still
no,
wide? It's like
no,
it's ever wide
no,
open
because
because he's so young.
Julius Randle is a free agent. You know what I'm saying? They're probably going to lose Nickeil Alexander-Walker because they can't afford to pay him. So then you're going to potentially bring in somebody like KD who, you know what I'm saying, y'all ain't going to do nothing, so you just wasted a year or two.
I don't know, bro. It just
So
depends though, because like with Ant being young in general, that window's so open still,
well,
bro.
I'm just meaning like in the immediate future when I say that. Like I'm
Okay.
talking about the next 2 to 3 years because OKC is here. You know, Houston is still coming up. You know, Jokic just needs some other parts or like some different parts
That's what I'm
around him.
saying. We and then
He's going to
Denver
be there.
and Denver is right there. I mean,
That's
Niggas
what,
gonna
but
be
that's
over.
what I'm
I mean
saying.
the Wolves are right there too, because it's like they
But they're
still
not. But they're not because, like I said, like if they lose Julius Randle and Nickeil
Nothing.
Alexander-Walker, then what?
So you
And
all right?
possibly
Let me. Do you
Gobert.
feel like the Mavs are in a better position than the Wolves next year?
Yes,
for next year.
Yes,
Hell
but I
yeah,
don't
they
think the
got Anthony
Mavs.
Davis.
I don't think the Mavs are going to do anything just because they're relying on a bunch of injured players. But yes, like if Cooper Flag is, if next season, if Cooper Flag can just be half of his height, you know what I'm saying? Dallas is in a good position because you're not even telling Cooper Flag, I need you to come in here and average 25.
At best, you need him to average at least 18.
No.
Maybe while Kyrie is out. Maybe while Kyrie is out. But once Kyrie comes back, Cooper Flag can get you 14 on some efficient shooting
Yep.
and
I
play
see
great
14.
defense.
Yeah.
And Dallas is right back in the mix. You know what I
Cooper
mean?
I watched Cooper Flag a lot last year. Cooper Flag has a lot. People say that he's like a can't miss guy. From my eyes, when I'm watching him, he has a lot of problems going left. He has a lot of problems against physical defenders. He has a lot of problems with handling the ball late in games too. So again, I think that he's going to be a nice player, a nice piece.
But I can see him getting calls too.
I can see that too. He might get to the free throw line a little more, but he's not clutch. He missed a lot of free throws late for us. So again, he has a lot of holes in this game. Again, he's 17, probably 18 years old now. So I'm not, trying to be, too hard on the kid, but I think that he has a lot of room to grow. I don't think he's like a can't miss prospect like you said, Ace Bailey. I think he's not on the same level as Ace Bailey personally.
Right, I agree with that. But I also think that Dallas is in a good position because, like we were talking about, they can trade Gaffer and get something. They can trade PJ Washington and get something. You know what I mean? Like they got flexibility.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? So
they got a nice nucleus.
So can do y'all feel like Indy can keep it together, or do y'all feel like they'll have more
Miles
of a
Turner is a
downfall?
free agent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it goes back to what are we going to do? Like, if you're Miles Turner, right? Is it like, okay, we won a championship or we almost won the championship, I should resign here? Or is Miles Turner like, they tried to trade me the last 6 years before this?
Thank you. I'm about to say, Lakers, hello.
But for Indy, do you feel like where they at now,
I'm going to LA.
like players are willing to go to Indy
No.
in the small market now?
No.
Niggas been saying they was gonna ship Miles Turner to goddamn Peachtree. Fuck that.
So you don't see Indy getting another like second type superstar in a sense. Like
they would have to do it through a trade. I don't know if a free agent that you're talking about, like just put in
like if
this conversation.
like if it was a Jimmy Butler.
I don't think Jimmy Butler would go there because a lot of these dudes at the end of their careers or like whatever that been in the league for a while, they want LA and New York. That's what they want. You know what I mean?
They need an Al Horford type nigga.
They do. They do. But I don't think you see an Anthony Edwards level type player go to Indiana without a trade.
Yeah.
100. Not Anthony Edwards specifically, but just saying somebody on his level. So I don't think you see anybody just sign there. Because even when the Jazz were pretty good with Malone and Stockton, they wasn't getting no free agents.
Hell no. They drafted all those guys.
Is there anybody?
Anderson, Howard Isley, Antoine Carr. Them niggas was getting Greg Odertag.
Is it anybody like a Mitch Robinson or Evan Mobley or maybe even though it is fuck Rudy Gobert, but like a Rudy Gobert could go to Indy with Hallie and turn it up.
I think you onto something with the Rudy though for sure. I think Rudy to Indy would be a nice piece because of the law factor. I think that he would get Rudy involved enough that it would make a difference. And I think Carlisle good enough to hide him too on defense. You know what I'm saying, on the pick and rolls.
We need another bona fide scorer.
I think you have that at Matherin. I think if you're Matherin gets more.
True, but I'm saying like we still need another. I need a J.R. Smith 6-man. I need a Jamal Crawford that I know can give me, you know what I'm saying, 15 real quick. You know what I'm saying, that I can just get a green light to somebody like a prime JJ Redick. You know what I'm saying, off the catch and shoot. Maybe a Kyle Korver.
That guy, for sure. He might be in this draft for sure. What does Indiana pick at? Let me look at it.
I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. I don't really follow the draft.
No, I don't either. I just like I know where my Bulls we drafted that on 12. That's why I don't think I know. I'm gonna find out real quick though. Let me see. They got the shit is on NBA.com. Let me see. And they got Indiana at 23. They behind the Hawks. Not bad though. That's out the lottery, but I mean, I see no second round pick either. So now 54 second round. I mean, it's not horrible, but they got depth though. I mean, they got a good nucleus, yo. And I'm this close from saying Halliburton the superstar. I'm this close to being on the bandwagon with you.
Man, I just need him to turn it up, bro.
Yeah, he just got to put more shots up. Like you can't take 15 shots a game. You need to take 20 to 25 shots a game. Flat out.
Just drive, baby. Just drive. Collapse inside. You know what I'm saying? Keep everybody at bay. You know what I'm saying?
It.
And Siakam gotta like when he got Caruso on him, I like he goes to the hole, but what he do is he want to do some layups and stuff. I'm like, nah, Siakam just bang on his ass, bro.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? Bully, you already got the height advantage.
Yeah.
You already got you know what I'm saying? You already driving on him, bro. He can't hold you down, bro. Yam on that pussy ass nigga, bro. Let's go ahead and get these buckets.
And I feel like Caruso been playing over his head. You know what I'm saying? When he been playing good, but he been playing like way over his head, in my opinion. I don't think you're gonna get that type of Caruso effort again. 2 games in a row. I don't see it happening. Even at home, I don't see him really turning it up like that. He played like what he scored last game? 20 points? That shit ain't happening again. Fuck no. Yeah, I think he scored 20 points last game. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, he had 20 points. He had 20. He had 5 steals, bro. Come on, man. Jalen Williams had 27 points. The rest of the guys ain't do shit. You had Dort who had 6. Williams had 4. Wiggins had 1 point. Cason Wallace had 2 points. Isaiah Joe had no points. That's the whole bench. You had SGA had 35. Caruso had 20. Holmgren had 14. J Dub had 27, and the rest of the guys probably combined for what? Shit, off the top of my head, that's what? 10 and 4, 12, 14 points. Come on, bro.
Yeah, but see, that's what I was saying about the team, bro. Just like the bench been playing well. You know what I'm saying? Siakam been playing well. Hallie had a game, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like this finals is more team-centric into winning for the Pacers rather than it is just solely on one player. Hallie should have definitely won the conference finals MVP. I definitely agree. You know what I'm saying? This finals, he should win it also just based off of they wouldn't have got there without him in general. So I feel that.
Shout out to Tyrese Halliburton, man.
Facts.
So before we get out there, and go ahead and give us your predictions for Game 5, man.
Shit. I put my play in already just now. When we was talking shit, I got Nembhard going crazy. Because, again, Nembhard has played well on the road in this series. I got Indiana. Whatever the plus is, I'm going Indiana plus. I haven't looked at the standings yet. I think Indiana will win the series. They're going to win 2 in OKC, and it's over with. No bullshit. I don't think OKC got enough to beat these guys. I just don't. I don't think that they're going to let J-Dub do what he's been doing either. He's going to be the guy that they're going to put Nembhard. They need to put fucking Nesmith on. Put Nesmith on motherfucking J-Dub, not SGA. You let Nembhard and you let Shepard deal with SGA, contain him as much as you can. But the guy you have to stop is J-Dub. He's going to the cup at will, left hand, right hand, and doing this thing. Chet going to be steady and get his 15 to 18 points. He's gonna get his rebounds. Hartenstein is giving you nothing. Caruso's playing over his head. He had 20 points last game. I don't see them doing. I see Halliburton coming in and being aggressive early and often. I got him over 20 points. So, yeah, what's up?
Okay.
What's up?
Nap Nation, Game 5. Y'all taking
it,
y'all leaving it.
I'm letting you know now. This is my prediction on it. I'm thinking 119, 116.
Okay.
You already know Naptown with the dub. Siakam gonna have about like 23.
I can see it.
23 and 12.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hallie, 29
Okay.
and
with it.
12
I'm with it.
with a 7
I'm with
and
it.
Three
He had seven numbers
steals.
in game 3. He had 22 and 11, something like that. 8. Yeah, I can see it.
You know what I'm saying?
Every bucket.
And I'm expecting turnovers for the team turnovers. Indy's going to cause 22 turnovers.
Damn.
And we're going to, instead of the last few rounds where they capitalized, but they could have capitalized more off those turnovers. Out of those 22 turnovers, they're going to capitalize 17 points off those 22 turnovers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you think OKC going to collapse?
I think they're going to choke it away. I feel like they're going to be running with the lead. And Pacers just gonna be coasting right behind, thinking, you know what I'm saying? The Pacers just gonna be just coasting, bro. We just go post it up. Fourth quarter go come, they gonna choke it away, bro. How they gonna hit that joint? You already know.
I think that
for sure.
You've never had the season that OKC has had where you have the MVP and then they win it all. That's never happened. So it's like, you know, I don't know. I just think, again, I think Rick Carlisle's done a hell of a job. I was nervous at one point, but
they call us Naptown for a reason, bro. Niggas be sleeping on us. It's time to wake them up.
I'm with it.
You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, I feel, you know, game 5 is going to be 105, 103.
Okay. Defensive battle.
Naptown. 105, 103 Naptown. Halliburton is only gonna get like 24. 20. He gonna have 24 and 7. Siakam gonna have like 23. And Nembhard is gonna be the one to blow up for like
Nembhard crazy next game.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, for sure, the Pacers gonna come away with the W. Nembhard gonna go off for a crazy game. Hallie gonna have like 20 and 15. You know what I'm saying? One of those kind of games. And Siakam gonna do what he do. So that's how we got for game 5. How we looking for tomorrow
man, you know
night,
what I'm saying?
fellas?
I'm locked in all day.
I'm here, dogs. I'm you know, I got the program rocking, but I get off about 1 something, so shit. I'm here.
I'm here, baby. I'm here for the smoke. Y'all already know. Nap Nation back in the booth here.
But look, I didn't hear what you had to say about your quarterback situation. How you feel about it?
I mean, look, man. I'm gonna keep it brief with it real quick, though.
I gotta get your thoughts. I didn't hear you earlier.
AR still my guy. You already know I'm still riding. Daniel Jones, I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh, fuck Indiana Jones right now. Okay. He's still a competent quarterback that can run the team, you know what I'm saying? We need somebody out there. But the defense is what's gonna help these quarterbacks right now.
I do agree.
We got a real legit mad scientist that gives different looks. You know what I'm saying? Makes our actual quarterbacks learn some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm intrigued that the reports are Daniel Jones has been very decent, very excellent. You know what I'm saying? Picking up the playbook. You know what I'm saying? Getting real comfortable. I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still looking for the playoffs out of my quarterbacks. If AR start like he's supposed to, it's AR till I die. If Danny start, I ain't gonna show no hate, but I'm not gonna give no true praise until I see him do some real shit.
Well, Daniel Jones doesn't get the Jaylen Brown treatment.
Nah, he get the LaMelo Ball treatment.
Damn.
God damn.
That's interesting.
No, but I definitely could see Danny Dimes not like playing prolifically, but playing complimentary.
If
y'all run the ball, play good defense, y'all gonna be all right.
What's been told is he has taken the Gardner Minshew approach of dink and dunk. You know what I'm
He can do
saying?
that, and he can run the ball.
Don't really take too many chances with the deep passes. It's just like I don't know, bro. I need my offense to be explosive, bro. You know what I'm saying?
In the beginning, it's probably not gonna be explosive.
It depends on who's throwing the peel, bro.
Yeah,
If they all throwing the
I don't
peel,
see
we
Danny
gonna be
finishing.
explosive. If
I
Danny
don't see
throwing the
Danny finishing.
peel, we gonna be mid explosive.
Well, if that's the
I
case, then I'm
don't see
ready
him
to see
scoring the
Riley
weekend.
Leonard.
Riley Leonard's sweet, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If that's
Everybody trying
Because
to
it's
tap
time. It's
back
never
in.
the hot box don't end.
are you trying to go or something?
Y'all gonna say what we doing? So we only an hour in. I
You
thought we
trying
were
to
gonna do a couple of football jumps though. What we doing?
you trying to leave me at the airport all by myself, bro?
A week. We trying to make sure he fly
Go
home
ahead.
safe, man. You know what I'm saying?
Where you headed to, 2-5?
So that,
Back to San Antonio. I had to come to Baltimore for a little bit.
Oh, you was at the
Okay.
crib,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you close.
nigga.
but I
You
told you I
got
had
You
to put
like
my
what? You about 2
I
hours
told you I had
away.
to. I told you I had to put my mama in that home, man.
Oh, man, I ain't know that.
Yeah,
Oh damn.
Oh shit, man, I didn't know. I did not know that.
yeah, I had to go put her away, bro.
A week I had
Speaking
to
of
go put her
Baltimore,
away.
are
Come
we
on.
putting Lamar
Out
under
in the
the most
bathroom,
pressure
sir.
in the AFC North?
Are we what?
Are we putting Lamar under the most pressure in the AFC North?
I'm putting
I
Lamar
didn't.
under the most pressure in the whole NFL.
Ooh, most pressure in the NFL?
More than the
Yeah.
Eagles?
Not Josh
Yes,
Allen?
the Eagles already won. They ain't got no pressure.
Not Josh Allen?
Okay. All right.
Nah, not Josh Allen. Because
MVP? Y'all
Josh,
said MVP? Yeah. Oh,
nah,
he
because
keeps getting
Josh,
passes, bro. No pressure on him at all, huh? He about to
no,
Not
get
because
paid
Aaron
again.
Rodgers?
no,
Come
because
on,
Josh
bro.
Allen, with Josh Allen, we know that if he see red and yellow, he gonna fold anyway.
But he
You know what
got
I'm
the
saying?
most
But
pressure
Lamar
to
Jackson
beat the
was
red
supposed
and
to
yellow.
be. Lamar Jackson was supposed to be like, you know, the proof that you could win with a quarterback like him. And he was supposed to be the prototype. He was supposed to be, you know, the best quarterback since Joe Montana and Tom Brady. So, you know, like, do something. You
Nobody
know what I'm
said that
saying?
2-5. Nobody
I
said
know.
that. They said he
I
was to be a
know.
receiver.
I
I'm
don't. I
not
don't.
letting you slide
I
with
want to
that
know.
shit.
I
I
want to know. I
don't
need a
know
source.
about that, Brody.
They say he was to
I
be a
don't
receiver.
know
He's
about that.
overachieving.
I need a source for that one.
That was like 10 years ago. We talking about now.
You be talking
No,
about Lamar
I
like
need a
he gonna
source.
be Dan Marino.
No, no, all jokes aside, all jokes aside. They had the AFC Championship game at home 2 years ago. And, you know, last year was supposed to
Bye.
be, you know, we got the
Good
BS
job.
out the way, and now we come in for the title. And he lost to Josh Allen. So this is the second time he's lost to Josh Allen in the playoffs. You know, he's already lost to Joe Burrow in the playoffs. He's already lost to Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
Josh
So
Allen
now
had
it's time to
Tua
show
also.
improve.
You already lost to
Now it's
Tannehill in
time
the
to show
playoffs.
improve. Like with Josh Allen, Buffalo has been, I don't want to say more consistent, but Buffalo has been in the mix, you
But
know,
they be
more.
losing the biggest game in the
Want
biggest
some milk?
moment against the same
And,
motherfucking
and that's why
people
I said, and that's why I
over and
said,
over and over,
well,
bro.
that's why I said,
But it
It's
don't
yeah,
like
start
it
why
don't,
Josh
he don't
Allen
have
though.
the most pressure, bro, if he can't get past
because
the
you know why? You know why? I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because when Buffalo loses these games, Josh Allen still plays well. When Baltimore
Good
loses,
job.
we can point to Lamar and say, this is on you. You know what I'm saying? That AFC Championship game that they hosted against Kansas City 2 years ago, I was talking about, he put up 7 points. You know what I mean? Last year, he had the fumble. He had the interception. You know, like Josh Allen is just, like
he
the
has
games.
those moments too though, but
Hold
it's
up, but
just
listen,
like
but listen, but listen. The games that they've lost to Kansas City in the playoffs, Buffalo averaged 34 points in those games.
Yeah, but this time they had the offense. Josh actually had the ball in his hand. You know what I'm saying? To
Did he
act.
or did he not have a lead in the fourth quarter?
Uh-oh.
They would have won if Mark Andrews didn't drop that pass.
No, we
Maybe.
talking. No, I'm going off of it. Josh would have beat Kansas City if they wouldn't have tried to just do a quarterback sneak and just ran a better fucking play than
That
that.
too.
I'm
Oh,
I'm
give it
going
to James
off
Cook.
of I'm going off of my quarterback scored 28-30. We should win. He did his job. Like you
No.
could argue that he could have did more, but he did his job. He did what we told him to do, and the defense let him down.
So
You
do
know what
you
I'm
feel
saying?
like Josh Allen, basically, what you're saying is he doesn't get as much blame for these losses that he has against the
Okay.
Chiefs?
I don't think that he should. Because think about it. The one game, remember, he scored what 36 points, and then the defense let Kansas City get into field goal range with 13 seconds left, and then they got the ball in overtime and gave up a touchdown that Buffalo didn't even touch the ball. How can I blame Josh Allen for that?
Come on, bro.
So that's why he doesn't have the most pressure going into
To
this.
me, because he's shown that he can go toe to toe. He hasn't won, but I look at Kansas City as
That was
his.
this whole year though. Like this whole year, once they even said it. We gotta beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. Like even with them beating them last year in the regular season.
Josh Allen doesn't have the pressure.
That's
Scott
what they had
McDermott
based
has the
off of
pressure.
quarterbacks. I feel like
I think I think that Kansas City is the Detroit Pistons to Josh Allen's Jordan.
hmm,
You know what I'm saying? You got to take your lumps and then get over the hump at some point. So now we're waiting for him to get over the hump. But I think that when Buffalo plays Kansas City, most people go, how Kansas City going to break their heart this time? So that's not pressure because you expect Kansas City to win.
all right. So who has the most
You know what I'm
pressure
saying? With Lamar
between?
Jackson, we're still waiting.
So who has the most pressure between Dak and
Let's see
Trevor
it.
Lawrence?
Come on, watch out.
Is that a real question? Really?
Yeah, bro. Between Dak and Trevor Lawrence, who
Trevor
has the most
Lawrence.
pressure this year?
Dak is the highest paid player in the league. Trevor Lawrence is fighting to get a second contract. Like the Cowboys, we run the NFC East. Nobody's afraid of the Eagles. Nobody's afraid of the Giants or the Redskins.
I mean, I got my foes up,
And
bro.
I say
But I'm
that shit
just saying,
boldly.
based off
Nobody's
of
afraid of
pressure,
these
though.
fucking motherfuckers, dog. I
That's
can't wait
why
to
I
play the
feel
Eagles
like
week one.
Dak has a lot of pressure, and Trevor Lawrence
No,
does
he
too.
does have a lot of pressure on him, but I think Trevor Lawrence is fighting for his job. Dak is not fighting for his job. And I love Bazooka Joe, but he's not fighting to be Dak Prescott. Dak is the
But
highest
that's why
paid
they got
quarterback.
Travis Hunter, bro.
There you. I'm just saying. I don't think that Travis Hunter is shit. So all these guys you're naming, I don't think Travis Hunter is shit.
Whoa, are we?
I've said
Are
this
we?
numerous times.
That's
It's not new.
tough, bro.
It's
He
not
could
new.
be sweet, bro. Shador, all the Colorado boys are gonna be sweet, bro.
See, we gonna see. I think
From Shiloh to Weave to Jimmy to Travis to Shador, everybody gonna be sweet, bro.
we gonna see. I'm not wishing nothing bad on the brother. I'm just saying. I don't think he's gonna be shit personally. See if your legacy.
That's how you feel too, Cup.
I've never liked Travis Hunter like that at all.
I'm not saying he's gonna be ass. I'm just not seeing the game changer that everybody else seeing. He not Brian Thomas for sure.
Nope. I think Brian Thomas is better.
They're comparing them. They said that Travis Hunter is Champ Bailey.
Oh shit.
Shit. Man, I can't wait. Bro, I cannot wait till this nigga get
So what's
cooked.
all right? So
Seriously, they're gonna
what
say, you
would
know what?
make
No.
what
Hey,
would
give me
make
this
you a
play receiver, my
believer?
nigga. You
What's
wildin'.
the stat line? What's the stat line that will make you a believer in Travis Hunter?
I don't care about stats. I just want to see how he looks.
Me too. I just think he's too small. I just don't think he can. Again,
Pause.
I mean,
see, pause. My bad. Pause.
I want to see him. I want to see him week 1 against Tetaroa. That's what I want to see.
I mean, if he's playing
You know, Ted
corner,
is hurt.
you still got to expect at
No, I
least
didn't know that.
some
He
pass
hurt.
deflections, some interceptions. You know what I'm saying? If he gonna play receiver, you gotta expect him to be at least effective in the point where you know what I'm saying the numbers are validated for it.
We gonna see y'all.
I don't
Man,
know. I
look,
don't
I'm
know
telling
because
y'all. What?
I was just gonna say Brian Thomas is gonna get a lot of
Volume.
targets and yards. So I don't
True,
know.
Yeah.
true. If Travis Hunter put up 750 yards receiving, and
Mhm.
if he plays some defense, he gets like maybe like 3 picks and 7 PBs. You know what I'm saying? Is that a solid season for him playing both
That'll be
ways?
Yeah,
solid.
I think
I
that's
give
a
him credit.
that's a good season for most corners.
Yeah, I give him credit. I'm not gonna shit on him. I'm just saying I just don't see the train. I don't see number 2 picking the draft.
You getting 2 players in one, bro.
I guess.
Are you though?
I
Yes,
guess.
I
bro.
agree.
I don't think he's gonna last on defense personally. I just don't think so. He gonna be gassed, dog.
But him taking away one whole side of one field, bro, or just
You're
even
not
their
gonna.
man.
You do
It's
realize
it.
you got to play against Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans,
I mean, bro,
JJ consistently though. You got to play against guys that are really, really. For one, they're
but
physically bigger than Paul.
he started as a corner though.
I
You
understand
know what
that,
I'm saying?
but they're
Like
physically
his
bigger than
bread
him.
and butter is corner.
He's not a bigger player than those guys. They can just throw
But
a.
Sauce Gardner's
He's
not that
not bigger
big,
than
and he's still
Sauce
decent.
Gardner. Holds niggas, dog. The Jets were the highest penalized defense last year
I mean,
in the secondary.
I'm not disagreeing to that, but
This nigga not really that good.
where niggas could put on some weight. He could put on some more
Soy
weight, bro.
sauce.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
his barometer you're saying is soy sauce, okay, I understand that. I'm not
No,
gonna shit on him.
I'm not saying like
But again, soy
barometer
sauce
type
don't play
thing.
receiver.
But that's what's special about him, bro.
Okay, I'm just saying like you gotta
That's why
understand
the
like
Jags spent the pick on him in that fashion.
they
They
spent
got
that
two
pick.
players in one.
They spent that pick to sell jerseys. Their owner been trying to sell jerseys for the longest. He don't give a fuck about winning. Or you think he don't want to go overseas and shit? They don't give a fuck up. He don't give a fuck about winning no championships in Jacksonville.
I don't know, bro. Liam Cohen might be a real deal, bro.
I don't know.
Okay.
I ain't sold. I ain't knocking it. I'm
The
just saying I'm not
AFC South, the AFC South is about to be about to be tough as a bitch like the North, bro. The South is about to be the new North, bro.
I said,
I'm
all
trying
right,
to tell
I'm
you.
on record as saying I got y'all running away with that shit. I don't think it's gonna be
I don't
close.
got us running away with it because
Shit,
Houston
I do.
Houston
I do.
Cam Ward is gonna be crazy, bro. To be honest with you, I think Cam gonna definitely turn up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Cam has
he,
surprised me in Cam. I like the tape he's put out.
I think Cam Ward is gonna have not a like a CJ Stroud type rookie year. Maybe a Andrew. Matter of fact, I'll say a Luck type year. You know what I'm saying? Far as just like numbers.
That's it. I mean, I think he's put a really good tape out there. I think that I didn't see him as a dynamic passer as much as he's been passing the ball as far as accuracy. But you know, who I want to highlight, Shedeur Sanders. Again, I said before, I think we all understood he should be the QB1, the best quarterback in camp. It's Shedeur Sanders. He's the most accurate
Yeah,
quarterback.
but nobody talking about Cam. That's the problem, bro.
I don't
Everybody's
give
talking about
a fuck
Shedeur.
about
I already knew about Shedeur.
I like Cam. I just gave Cam credit. Shedeur Sanders is the best quarterback in this draft. He's the most accurate quarterback in this draft. He showed that through camp, and he should be QB1 going to the Browns. Starting the season off week 1.
He came to change the culture and change the game.
I feel it. I ain't mad at it, bro.
Legendary. Them niggas, yo.
The last time I seen a number 12 quarterback in Cleveland was Colt McCoy, and that shit was vicious.
Shedeur Sanders is Willie Beeman.
He's the dog pound, bro. Shout out to Believe Land coming back, bouncing back with a quarterback. We thought that they were left for dead after the whole Deshaun Watson debacle, and now
is he the LeBron of Cleveland?
God damn.
I ain't gonna go that far, but I know what you're going at. I know what you're getting at.
I know
I mean,
2-5 with a
What you doing?
yeah,
That Super Bowl
I
to
should have
Cleveland.
held the 2-5.
He gonna bring that energy. The energy gonna be there.
Does a
He the
year
new
five
LeBron,
Shador
bro.
Sanders go to the Super Bowl?
He
He
might.
A
LeBron of
year
Cleveland,
five
bro.
Shador Sanders
He
go to
might.
the Super Bowl?
He
Do
might.
you
I
see
don't
it?
think Cleveland's
If
done it
if
in all
he
season
if he
well,
bring the dog pound the bowl, bro, he the new LeBron of Cleveland, bro.
bruh. He been carving niggas up in camp, dog. I don't see them starting Joe Flacco
But they
over him.
didn't say
They say what
but
they
they
want.
didn't give him no ones reps. That's the problem. He hasn't taken
Huh?
it with the ones yet. So it's
You
like
don't need to.
everybody's been asking like why the fuck he not getting no reps with the ones if he's doing this crazy ass work to the
They
twos
know.
and threes.
They know. They know. They know. They don't want to embarrass themselves to say, well, we took another guy in front of him who we know can't play at all. Again, I said this before. You gonna see Jason Dart can't fucking play, but nobody gonna say
Bro,
a
Jackson
fucking word
Dart's
about
sweet,
him.
bro. He's
Okay,
sweet,
we'll
bro.
see. We gonna see. We gonna see when they go back to Tommy DeVito. We gonna see.
Shout out
Russ
to
gonna
Tommy.
be at the helm, bro. Russ gonna be out the helm for the year, bro. We're not gonna see Jackson Dart till next year, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So you think Russ gonna start?
Russ is gonna start for the whole. You're not gonna see Jackson Dart till next year,
Okay.
unless Russ get hurt. Maybe so, bro.
That Giants O line is putrid.
Hey man, they got a
Garbanzo.
running back. And why would I put my rookie quarterback out there like that? That's stupid.
You're right. I'm just saying. I just think that their O line is putrid. I don't respect Jason Dart. They're gonna just act like it never happened. He got drafted over everybody else. You know how this
The
shit goes.
quarterback
Same
that's
old
gonna
shit
be
every
the
year.
surprising quarterback out the draft that's gonna be playing out of all the quarterbacks that's been drafted is gonna be Quinn Ewers in Miami because Tua gonna get hurt and be
Okay.
knocked out.
I don't think Quinn Ewers can play, but I feel you.
You putting that in the ledger?
I
I'm
don't
not
think
too
he
sure
is.
yet. I don't know yet. Give me next week and I'll let you know.
Hell no.
He's a hell
My
no.
dog El Residente, San Jose, tapping in
Yeah.
live.
Yo, what up?
What
What
up?
up?
What's going on?
Red
What
pop out
up,
of
gang?
nowhere.
Happy Father's Day, fellas.
Happy Father's Day, dogs.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy
Yeah,
Father's
man.
Day.
My
So
Father's Day was
From
fire. Big
before we get
fire.
out this junk, it's a special Sunday, man. Do we all want to go around since all of us, well, all of y'all are fathers? Do everybody just want to share like a special father moment, like for the hot box?
I'm with it. I'm with
Let's
it. I'm
get
with it.
it.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
I
let me
took
know.
baby boy to the pool yesterday, so we learning how to swim.
Okay.
Nice.
Awesome.
You know,
Okay.
Awesome.
he's taken to the water well, so that was pretty lit. You know what I mean?
Word up.
So yeah,
Word.
no tears or fears at the pool yesterday.
That's a
So it's
beautiful
lit.
thing. How old's your baby?
3,
Nice.
same age I was when I learned how to swim. So
I'll
passing it
tell you,
on.
bro. Appreciate these times. It goes fast.
Yeah,
Yes.
man, most definitely.
Yeah, man. Your
All right,
mic
my
broke up.
wholesome. I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? Today for Father's Day, you know, I had the kids. Went to the Science Museum. You know what I'm saying? They was gone, bro. Gone. All I had to
No,
do
they
was
was
just
lit.
sit back. Yeah, bro. Just sit back and let them
No, they
have
was lit.
fun, bro. You know what
The
I'm
picture
saying? They
was
was
so
locked
dope,
in
though.
at
I ain't
home.
gonna super dope picture, man, for sure.
For sure. You already know. Croc games, everybody had their Crocs today. You know what I'm
Word.
saying?
They was all over you, man. I was like, I can feel the love through the picture, dog, for sure.
All day,
That's
bro.
beautiful.
Made sure a nigga feel like the father of the year, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real shit. Real shit.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Got
I'm gonna
Mike?
keep it brief, man. Like I said, yeah, man. You know, my daughter, man, she just been, just growing every single day. Like, from the perspective of just like listening, like her listening skills have been immaculate. You know what I'm saying? Like, just she's been eating good. You know, she's super athletic. You know, I'm trying to put a basketball in her hand. You know what I'm saying? So she can go out there
Mm-hmm.
and be the next Simone Augustus or Sue Bird or
Yep.
Diana Taurasi. You know, somebody. You know, who knows?
Yep.
You
But
know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
from my intellectual, I just gauge her from how she just developed. I'm just thanking the Lord because, man, I see so many kids with so many diagnoses and shit. Like, it'd be like I get nervous. Like, yo, you just never know what's gonna try to transpire. I'm gonna love her regardless, but the fact she's developing on a higher level is like, man, the work we're doing with her has been really working. So I'm just thanking the Lord for health, and she's just progressing really well. That's it. So I can say, man, it's not one thing. And like I said, like Red told me a minute ago, like I try to just live in the moment. You know what I'm saying? She's 1 year old, so I'm just trying to live every day. Like every little progression is like, okay, cool. I'm cool with that. Happy with that. She's a hugger too, so she can give like big hugs and shit, like crazy. You know what I'm saying? She's talking to everybody in the store, so like, yeah, she just like me, communicating, just love people. You dig? So.
All right. Or for me, I mean, y'all know I have 6 kids altogether. And the babies are 17. So I've had mad like fatherhood proud moments.
For
Shoot,
sure.
just last month. You know what I mean? My baby graduated from Clemson,
Awesome.
moved into her first apartment by herself.
Awesome.
My oldest daughter is serving in the Air Force in Guam. She had a really rough go of it, but she really turned it around. She's doing amazingly.
Okay.
Awesome. My son RJ, 17 years old. He was his summer before his season to go to summer before his senior year to go to basic training.
Okay.
Talked to him today. He's doing great. He's thriving.
You
Ready
had
to come back home.
not to cut you off. You had to cut the hair.
Yeah, he had to cut his hair.
Damn.
Did he want to? Did he feel bad about cutting his hair?
He did. But the thing about me as a parent, right? I know trajectories. And so what I've always told my kids is either you're gonna have a plan or I'll have a plan for you. My son didn't have a plan. So the plan became either you cut your hair because you're going to the basic training, or I cut your hair because you have no plan.
Word.
For sure.
We're talk.
I like
because
that.
I pay for your haircuts.
We're talk.
So yeah, so that didn't become an issue. My brother's his barber, so like we made sure he was lined up and everything. Of course, when he had the basic training, they still did the big chop. I mean, they still like skinned his head up, but at least it wasn't cutting the locks off there. I think that would have broke him.
Yeah, that would hurt for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, but he's doing great, man. He's doing amazing.
Good.
My daughter Isis, she just won the Queen of the Year award at our award ceremony, which
Awesome.
last year she was a finalist for, but she didn't win it, and she was really hurt about it. This time they had to interview again, so she was like, "Daddy, I want to be ready." So she had me putting her through interview training for like 3 weeks straight, and the interviews will put her over the top. So she ended up winning Queen of the Year. My 21-year-old daughter is still figuring it out, but she works at a daycare center, and she's the sweetest girl you'll ever meet. And my son, Lord.
How many kids you got, Rez? I mean, I know I got a lot. I know I got a lot.
6.
I was just trying to. Now, yo, I was making sure. Yeah, I know I got a lot. I was just making sure. I was just like,
You're not.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
Yeah,
keep it up. Like
This nigga got 2 for 5.
My adopted son, Lord, we adopted him last year. So my adopted son, Lord, this time last year, he was sitting in prison. He was brought to America from Haiti at 7 years old, was adopted by a white family, and over the years that became a problem.
Hey, you
To
got to
the point
unpack
that
that shit
last
one day
year,
too.
yeah, for sure.
that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope right there.
Last year, he got into an altercation with his adopted mom, ended up getting put in prison, and the only way you can get out of prison if you're a minor is if your parents get you out. He was charged as an adult at 17 years old. So he was in adult prison with kid rules.
Damn.
That's tough.
And if we wouldn't have gotten him, like the only way we can get him out is if we legally adopted him. He's been my mentee since he was 8 years old. I wouldn't have let him sit in prison. Though he still ended up sitting in prison for 2 months while we got the paperwork together. But once we finally got it together, we adopted him. He came home June 8th. Sorry, not June 8th, July 8th. Shit, July 8th he came out. And had some rough times, but now he has a job. He's worked a job since shoot. He had this job in August of last year. He's almost worked it for a year. He goes to school. He's on track to graduate in December, and he just got a internship at the Mercedes-Benz manufacturer here. So
Good. Awesome.
I got a lot
Awesome.
of things to be proud of as a father, dude.
For sure.
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
That you lead your family in the right direction. And that's the key to life, man. You know what I'm saying? Fathers leading their family to the right direction.
Praise God.
With some direction. Like you said, I got a plan for you. If you ain't got a plan, I got a plan.
I got a plan for you. It's that simple.
For sure.
We're not about to have no plan. No, can't do that.
No. What we doing? Oh, you don't know? I got you. I don't know
I
how to fly
got
my
you.
house.
I got you. I know a path.
Yeah.
I know a pathway, man. I can lead you to. Nah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I think parents do it too much. Like, oh, they'll figure it out.
Nah, bro.
Ain't no figuring this shit out.
I need to have
We
something
got
in
proven
line
confidence
for
at work.
you.
Yeah. You
Have
got
to.
to, bro.
Have
Because all it
Yeah.
takes, bro, is for you to go out in these streets one day and have if you don't got a plan, it's something I heard a developer say. If you don't plan for your community, somebody else has a plan for your community.
That's right.
And like I feel that same way with my family. Like if I don't have a plan for my family, my kids can leave here any day and walk up to the wrong person. They give them a pack, and now they trying to push dope because my daddy didn't have a plan
Yeah,
for me. This
literally.
dope dealer got a plan for me. These gangs got a plan for me.
Of course.
These streets got a plan for me.
Yeah.
These jails got a plan for me.
Yes.
These police got a plan for me.
100%.
So I better have a plan for my family. And so yeah, that's it. And the main thing is self-sufficiency. I want them to be able to support themselves.
Yeah.
Like like that's
Real talk.
they watched it, they see it, and we push it. So it works. It works. But my guys with the younger kids, man, for real, like I'm telling you, I swear, I feel like 2 days ago, my daughter that I just moved into her apartment, like I feel like she was 5, like yesterday.
I feel you. That's why I try to soak up that shit every day.
Yeah, bro.
I don't take it for granted at all.
Yeah, bro.
I soak that shit up every single day.
That shit piece by piece.
Every moment. I try to be there for every moment, dog. Every appointment, everything.
Yep.
I'm not missing nothing.
Yep. And
I say fuck the money. I'm gonna be there for those moments.
I'll also tell you this, Mike. You can go to every single thing. The thing they're gonna remember is the thing you missed.
For sure.
Of course.
My daughter has this one.
Yeah, of course.
This field trip she went on in like the 2nd grade. She is 21 years old. If we sit down in front of family, she's like, "Daddy, remember that time I had a field trip and you didn't come?" And the lady,
ain't
and I'm like,
going.
"Dog."
And what I always do with my daughter is I just talk to her like, yo, I impute so much knowledge, understanding. She might get on. I know she's gonna get on my ass. I know she's gonna get on me already.
Yep.
That's her personality already. She already saying like, yeah, or stop. Yeah. Like she'll say that all day long. Like, so if I'm doing something that she don't like, she'll try to smack me in the face. No joke. I'll take her toy. So like we communicate like that. So I understand what you're saying. Like, yo, I know she gonna have a whole bunch of shit. Like, you didn't do X, Y, and Z. Or you didn't go do this. You didn't buy me this. I already know it's coming.
Yeah, my daughter
a
spoiled brat, bro. Like just like today at the side.
Yeah, my daughter never
It
spoiled.
was
Sure.
Daddy, pick me up. I don't feel like walking.
Yeah, that's it.
Halfway there. Daddy, put me down. I want to walk. Then walk halfway around. Daddy, pick me up. I don't feel like walking no more. I be like, dang, like you just a spoiled brat because you know I'm gonna do it. You know I'm gonna do it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah, but you just gotta. I just try to tell my daughter why. Like, even if I gotta put. I don't call it a playpen. I call it activity area.
Yeah.
So if I put you in an activity area for a period of time, I'm gonna explain to you why I'm doing it, so you don't get upset. Before she would just go crazy. Like now she'll just say, when I explain it to her, I say, "You understand?" She's like, "Yeah, cool." Put her there, no problem. You dig? So that's just. And I learned that from who? Kevin Gates. No bullshit.
What's up with Give, father?
Like, people act like kids don't know. You gotta impute knowledge in your children. You gotta really give them. You gotta really talk.
You gotta remember a couple of days.
So they hear your voice.
You know what I'm saying? Son Gibby.
My
You
son
interrupted this
is
fucking
Antonio
dog.
Gibson.
asleep.
Son Gibby.
Yeah, he is upstairs asleep, minding his business. Need not to be disturbed before he disturb everybody else.
Did they get your mom?
Gibson, the first time
You
Did
said
they
what
get your mom
happened?
solar panel straight?
Oh yeah, them Johnson's Gucci. Yeah, them Johnson's straight, bro. Johnson
Yeah.
straight. Hell yeah, they what you call them Johnson on the top of the house? It's not the siding, the roof.
Single.
The
Single.
shutters. Yeah, is it the
Come on, the
shingles?
shingles. Yeah, shingle goes on the roof. Shutters is for the window.
Yeah, the
Shingles
little
go on the roof.
sheets that you put on the Jones.
Look, I'm
They
gonna
change the
tell y'all
color
that
on them Jones.
conversation y'all had on the lunchbox though. I wanted to be a part of that shit so bad.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah, for sure, bro.
It was so much. It was so much I had to say on that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
for sure. Bro. We
you
definitely.
already hashed it. Like that's why I've been telling y'all before. Like when we smoke the house and shit, is like they've been doing this shit for the past 10
Yeah,
years.
bro.
This shit didn't just start now.
No,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
They've been doing this shit for the past 10 to 15 years. I didn't know this until I was in my condo, until I started seeing like the levels is changing. Like people getting capped out or people getting put in perspective. Like I love the point Rez brought up when I think Jack was giving pushback on. He was being very ignorant too. I would rather jump on his ass. Like nigga, you got to cut this shit out.
I'm dead.
I know you being funny, but a certain shit is just like nigga, you sound like a coon on the
Yeah,
road.
nah.
You can't do that type of shit.
Nah.
You can't say a nigga in your neighborhood. The nigga live in your neighborhood, nigga. Like don't act like he away from you.
Yeah, nah,
They're in your neighborhood.
He's your neighbor. Dog.
They live right where you
Same
are.
neighborhood, for sure.
You can't shit on them people like that. Act like there's something wrong with the people for trying to get housing.
Yeah, they're below you.
Come on, dog. You know better.
Yeah.
But the point I wanted to bring up was the fact that people do not move outside of their neighborhood. They don't have education. I know people that live in Wickham Court who live behind a jail. There's no good schools there. There's no good jobs there, and in a 20-mile proximity around the whole area. There's nothing good happening in that area. So how could you expect somebody to get out of that area? It's a trap. It's a setup. And then you got the fact that everything now is inflated. $1,800 to $2,000 is the market value to get an apartment. A 1-bedroom, not even having this type of square footage.
We need more.
We
We need more trade schools again.
Well, they just closed.
But again,
Job
that's
Corps.
a setup. They know they need more trade schools. They're not going to give you more trade schools. You have to create a trade for yourself. You got to work with somebody that got a trade already and can teach you.
Or you gotta
The school and fuck the school.
Or you gotta make
Treat you. You got to go find somebody that's get under their wing.
Yeah.
That's do what you want to do and figure it out for yourself. It can't be a trade school.
I mean, there are, but see what the pushback, what they'll say is, and this is what the argument they make is, oh well, there's tech schools available they can go to if they really want to go to do a new trade. You go to a tech school and get a trade, but the problem is you can't go to a tech school without at least a GED. Job Corps at least Job Corps give you the opportunity to earn your high school diploma or GED while learning the trade. It like
yes, 100%.
Yeah, but like if you want to go, like
But they went away from
they
went away from all of that too. So it was just like nowadays
it's a reason why.
Nowadays it will if Job Corps was really out pushing it like now in its era, it'd be booming right now.
No, bro.
I said this 6 years ago.
Graduation rate, bro.
Yeah, they're not like horrible. It's the fact that they don't want people to have money.
Right.
They don't want you to have economic empowerment or improvement at all.
No,
I've been telling niggas this shit for years. Niggas gotta wake the fuck up.
Everything they're doing legislatively is to counteract everything that was done during the Civil Rights Act. Every single thing.
Of course.
That's
what they want to keep you broke. Yes, they want to keep you broke, ashy, and fucked up.
Yep.
It's our job to be entrepreneurs. It's our job to create business. It's our job to be, again, head of our households, having a plan, having something we know we can rely on. That's for us.
Yep.
We cannot rely on somebody to make things happen for us. We got to do it for self. We cannot allow people to say, "Hey, this is for you. You got to stay over here, or you got to." That shit is flimsy. That's something they did to pacify you. They realize, you know what? We're spending too much money in these areas. They're not appreciating these things we're doing for them. They're not capitalizing. They're actually an eyesore in our cities. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get rid of them. We don't want them to be around here anymore. We want you to be homeless as a motherfucker. So again, I tell people all the time, please don't burn your bridges with your family. Please save your money. Please create different streams of income.
Yep.
Please just do what you got to do for yourself and stay focused on yourself and realize you have to have a COVID-proof job. If your job is not COVID-proof, that's not a job. You got to create a career. You got to create different streams of income. That's how you survive. That's how you beat the matrix. That's how you beat the system.
Yep.
And people just don't, again, you got to save your money, bro. People just don't understand that. Invest in yourself. You have to invest in different avenues that bring money to you, like an annuity, like a 401k match, like a Roth IRA, a high yielding savings account. You got to invest in all these aspects, including the stock market, if you will.
Yeah.
If you don't, if S&P 500 is one thing you can invest in is a full fledged. Me and Rez joke about the Apple shit because I just think Apple is obsolete. I think Apple has not done anything innovative, but he's not wrong because they're going to continue to be the number one player in the market.
They're going to be
They're going
around.
to make money forever.
They're going
to continue to keep
But
doing that.
that's why I was saying.
Keep on buying up shit and buying up AI and buying up. They're going to be in the market forever.
But Google.
So I'm just going apples and oranges from what I like to see. But we got to make sure that we're getting involved with these things because we cannot be left behind.
Yeah.
We got to be involved in what's going on every single day. Read. Niggas got to read literature.
Yeah.
They're hoping you don't read. They're hoping you don't have the information.
Yep. Lito, what you saying?
Google is the next one, bro. Apple, like I fuck with Apple and I do have Apple products. I'm not saying I like disagree with everything Apple, but if we're talking about like actual like waves of more improvement with software, Google is the one that is the next up, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm not when I'm having an Apple conversation.
I think Microsoft.
When I'm having an Apple conversation, I'm not talking about any of that at all. I'm talking about the fact that Apple as a company is going to continue to be around. It will continue to make money and it will continue to turn a dividend.
I feel that. No, I feel that. But I'm saying, as far as like worth the money, though,
consistent.
Like the product that they give you, you know what I'm saying? Google is the one that I'll actually say like you should put your money into because you still get the quality that you're going to get back is well worth your money. Versus how Apple does.
But you actually can't say that. The problem is there you can't. Because name 3 Google phones.
The Pixel, the Google Fold, and the Pixel 7a.
Okay, now how many people do you know with those phones?
During the time I was selling them, quite a few.
Right. During the time that you were selling them.
During the
time that you were selling them, right? So let's think about that. So as by percentage, right? By percentage, if you were to say blank to blank, like 4-to-1, for every one Google phone, how many Apple phones would you say?
Hey Rez, this conversation that I had with my boy a few years ago. So basically, it went like this: when we looked it up by the numbers in the United States, yes, Apple does have it. Like they're number one in the United States. But when you look at it from a global market, it changes dramatically. Like Samsung and all those phones that run off Google, like they far outsell iPhones. Yeah, they do because in most markets. I mean, we can look it up.
Not just that way your point. No. You're not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying that you're wrong at all. I'm saying that in the next couple of years, you got to think Apple coming back to the U.S. because of the tariffs.
No, but he's right on. He's right on that number.
What you're getting from Apple, bro, compared to what the Google phones and like the Droids or what they offer you, you know what I'm saying, what you could do with your phone. Apple has a
they're right on as far as numbers, they're correct because on the worldwide market, Google has less restrictions per se than Apple does. So whereas Apple's more restricted in China than Google. And China has their own version.
And the product is more widely available.
It's widely available over there because one is cheaper per se, even though Apple's made in China. But the fact that Samsung and Google merchandise per se is readily available in the as they say third world market. Because most
but you're not gonna go to Vietnam and tell me everybody has iPhones. You know they use it for Samsung cheap ass phones and shit.
They have them, but they have say you got the i whatever it is now. They have the version 6 models back or 10 models back.
Right.
Because they're not as caught up on having the up to date. To them, that's up to date. That's like when they send them Dallas Cowboys t-shirts over to Africa, for the Super Bowl that they lose, per se. You thinking in Africa, when you get them shirts in Africa, you thinking, oh yeah, I got this from America. This is American made. You ain't worrying about it's from the losing squad. As long as they're making their money off of it, they don't give a fuck. And that's the bottom line to all of it.
And
The bottom line, all of
And-
it is to make their money.
What's the number one consumer? The number one consumer in the world. What nation is the number one consumer in the world?
U.S.
The one that's trying to put tariffs on there.
GOP number one.
We are the number one consumer in the world. So like, but just again, when I'm having Apple conversations, I'm not talking about like who has the newest gadgets or tricks or whatever. Because people are Apple users, they don't care.
No, they don't.
They don't care. It's like you can
people are jelly.
Like I got my brother-in-law. Every time I go to his house, Doug, he wants to show me a different thing his phone can do. Nigga, I don't care. When I'm ready to buy a new phone, I'm buying an iPhone.
I feel you.
So mainly because of FaceTime, like it works better with other people's phones.
But I have
y'all can all be thinking that.
That still sounding crazy. I have MEET on my phone. The same thing as FaceTime. So again, the only reason why Samsung is in the spot they are in is because Apple took their shit to China. It made it cheaper. When Apple comes back to the United States, they're not going to have the same way to steal anymore. Because when you take a product to China, you got to have a company you got to partner with 51%. They got to take most of your technology. That's how they've been getting over on us. So now when Apple comes back over here, they cannot take anything from us anymore. They're gonna have you have Apple.
Hacked, it's always Apple that's always behind these phones getting hacked, but the company getting fucking hacked.
Apple don't be getting hacked.
Somebody got some access. We don't never hear
Apple's
nothing
never
about.
Been hacked.
Apple don't get hacked.
What are you talking about?
Apple don't be getting hacked.
Apple's never been hacked. What are you talking about?
Yo, the fact of the matter is, Apple
never been
hacked. Lethal Wallet. They're gonna have a situation where Apple is gonna continue to buy AI products. They're gonna continue to buy a bunch of AI things they're gonna add to their portfolio on a large scale. That's what they've been doing for the past few years. No new technology. People just buying up AI shit. That's their game plan, to buy up things. That's what Bill Gates does. They don't create nothing new. They just buy shit up
in the
marketplace.
Of our lives where Apple has been hacked before. That's crazy.
You're not supposed to believe everything that you see.
I got 4 MacBooks. I never had a virus on my computer, not one time.
Apple's never been hacked.
I can show you all the motherfuckers like right now, nigga.
Ray is cap.
I've never had a virus on my phone.
My last 2 laptops. Doug, my last 2 laptops were MacBooks. Never had a virus.
Never. Not one.
Ray is cap.
Shit. I'm on one right now.
Not one. You'll have a phone or get a virus.
Get off the porn sites, nigga.
I don't. So you telling me this whole time you had your
let's not do that.
You had to have court.
I got viruses on the porn site.
Your phone don't glitch up or nothing. You've been safely secured with your Apple phone.
Ray is cap.
Yes.
That's insane, bro.
No viruses at all.
Yes.
That's insane.
Just like your boy said, it's not. The phone is what distracts you. It's what they're diversifying in that you need to be paying attention to.
Thank you, Unc. Diversifying you.
That's what they gonna get you with. Bill Gates ain't a farmer, but he got an ass of land. Why is that?
That's right. The biggest consumer of land in this world.
You got to pay attention to what they doing with your money after they get your phone money.
That's it.
Don't
and they got Bill Gates got the appeal brand. He owns Bragg's apple cider vinegar. You gotta watch from a diversity perspective.
He's Ted Turner.
And they just acquired 23andMe, who went bankruptcy.
Yep,
they got all these niggas DNA. All these niggas DNA they got there. You know what I'm saying? So this
worrying about Elon got your social security number, and Bill Gates got your family history.
Thank you.
What do you think gonna happen with them two? When them two get together, what you think gonna happen? And they already got the AI. They already got the AI. So they basically, if they got together, they could basically put you. They could make an artificial you. They got your information. They got your DNA.
How many times have y'all seen a little cartoon online with the
If
little
you ran
babies
into
and
your
shit? Niggas be
clone, how
laughing
you
at
gonna
me.
act? If you
Have you
ran
seen
into
that
your
shit before?
clone,
The
how you gonna
little
act?
babies and shit, they be like reenacting scenes and shit. Who baby faces
That's
all
hey,
they got?
And if you
Who
run into your
who faces
clone, how
those
you
babies
gonna
they
act?
be putting out there?
You gonna kill
Who?
your clone?
We don't even know.
y'all
You gonna
y'all
befriend
low
your
key on
clone?
that.
I'm gonna have to
The
kill my clone.
Jetsons was telling you about this years ago, but y'all too young to understand the Jetsons.
So, Unc, you
Just
gonna kill
saying.
your clone, or you gonna befriend
I'm
your
gonna have to kill
clone?
my clone.
Hey man,
I
I'm
don't know.
telling you.
Well, I need matter of fact, I need to go to T-Mobile and get me another phone anyway. So
Y'all know what I got? Y'all know what I got?
What I got can't be
I got
replicated.
walkie-talkie.
It can.
It can never
It
be
can.
another.
If it was man-made, it can be
All range
replicated,
walkie-talkies,
boss.
dog. I've been telling niggas this shit for years, dog. They keep laughing at me like it's a game. It is what it is. It
We said
is what it's
clone,
gonna
not
be.
phone. He said
It is what it's
clone,
gonna
not
be.
phone.
I'm ready.
A clone. You gonna kill your clone, or you gonna befriend your clone, Mike P?
Can't nobody ever be me.
What if I am the
Can't nobody ever
clone?
be me ever.
Ooh.
They gonna know. You gonna
That's
know if
tough.
What
it's
if I
a clone.
am
You
the
gonna
That's
know.
clone?
tough.
What if you find out that you are the
I'm
clone
not
that
ever the clone.
fast? What you
I
gonna
know I'm
do?
not the clone. I'm 1-on-1. There's no nigga on earth.
Your life was
It's
a
no
lie.
nigga on earth is me. No nigga on earth is me. I promise you that.
They could generate you now, Mike P.
They can try. They're not gonna do what I'm gonna do. I promise you that.
Y'all watch? Did y'all watch Dark Matter on Apple Plus?
I
No.
have not.
Mm-mm.
I don't have Apple Plus.
What? If any of y'all got Apple Plus, watch Dark Matter. It
Is
gets
that
into
that
that.
Jamie
It's
Foxx
crazy.
joint?
No, it's I don't know the name of the actor that's in it, but it's about this guy that it's about this guy that gets kidnapped and brought into a different dimension, and he finds out that there's like unlimited dimensions where he exists. In the world that he's in, each one has like a different variant of him. It's really, really good. It's fire. I promise you.
Do y'all
Dark
believe
Matter.
in Who Killed Tyrone?
So it's like Rick
Do
and
y'all
Morty.
believe in that?
Do I believe in what?
Do you believe in the Who Killed Tyrone, the Jamie Foxx joint?
Oh nah, I don't believe in movies.
Wow.
I don't watch that shit, dog. I'm cool.
I don't believe in movies.
That's tough.
I don't watch horror films. I don't watch shit like that because I feel like that shit
So
getting your mind.
you never pulled that joint up and decided to watch that joint.
Never. Hell
I think
no.
you should watch it, bro.
That shit is a distraction.
Only for entertainment.
I don't watch anything that don't add value to my life. I don't give a fuck about that Tyrone shit. Fuck Tyrone. Fuck clones. That shit don't add no money in my pocket, no value in my life. I don't give a fuck
You
about
watch the Cowboys though. You watch the Cowboys though religiously.
That's entertainment. That's entertainment.
Y'all
I
got
watched the
Aaron
Cowboys. I
Rodgers.
watched the
Y'all
Cowboys
about
beat
to
your
go
ass
to the
last year
Super
too.
Bowl.
It's entertainment.
Y'all got Aaron Rodgers. Y'all about to go to the Super Bowl.
I watched.
He don't believe in nothing, but he believes in
another
Dallas.
comeback.
There you go. There you go. You believe in Dallas though. Check that out. Yeah.
You believe in Dallas. That's crazy.
I believe.
Mike P, you just tapped. You said something that adds value to your
It
life.
does.
But you believe in Dallas. Yeah, okay.
You don't watch nothing that don't add value.
You know what to watch the Cowboys is? A bonding experience with my family.
Got him.
No, you didn't get me. Because I get to watch the game with my grandma and my dad. That's a bonding experience with my family.
Mike P, we watching you for yet another year. Put the clown face on. You just applying that makeup.
Again.
This is gonna be our year. Dallas is
Again, y'all say Dallas.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm bonding with my family. Y'all missed the whole point. I don't care about football. I don't care about sports at all. It's all entertainment to me. I'm watching with my family on my downtime.
Dropping knowledge and gin.
Again, I'm trying to tell y'all this shit. This shit is easy for me. That didn't bother me one bit. I'm not shook. That shit easy work for me.
Cook 'em up, Mike P, with the folks.
Okay.
I'm
85 years old. I get to sit there and watch the game with my grandma. I'm living a great life. My grandma get to sit there with my daughter, 1 year old. I'm living a great life. If the Cowboys never win another championship, I don't give a fuck.
The box is hot.
I just want you.
I don't care if they win another championship. We already got 5 rings. I'm good. I've been through the real good times. Emmett and Michael and Aikman and Dion and Charles Haley. All the real shit. Jay Novacek.
All right, but I want you to know that
it don't really bother me.
That weather and that traffic going through there on Friday was very disrespectful. You need to do something about that.
Where? 804 or which one? Dallas?
In Dallas.
Oh, I'm not in Dallas. I don't know.
I heard Aaron Rodgers going to the Super Bowl. He got the revenge.
We got. How do I feel about Aaron Rodgers finally coming to the Steelers? I thought y'all going to Mason Rudolph.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. If you're a real fan of the game, you don't care. They couldn't keep Russell Wilson upright. And he's a mobile quarterback. Last year,
it's true.
You think another year is going to make that line better the way they can protect a 40-year-old, barely movable quarterback now, who's one hit away from another season of being on the sideline? If they have him running out the tunnel with the flag at the beginning of the season, we're done. He'll hurt himself doing that. No.
I'm fucking weak.
Run out the tunnel.
How y'all say put it in the ledger or whatever? Book it. I am not an Aaron Rodgers fan for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't give a fuck if we go to the Super Bowl and win it. This is not.
Okay, so you telling me if y'all win the joint, if y'all win the Super Bowl, you're not gonna count that ring under y'all repertoire. You're not gonna.
I will not. Not with Aaron Rodgers' name on it. Hell no.
Is Aaron Rodgers wearing number 12? Is there a number?
Yeah,
he's not gonna have 12.
Right there.
He's not gonna have 12. No, he's wearing 8.
Oh,
he's not gonna wear 12. Listen. 12 in Pittsburgh is like 12 in Dallas. You know, ain't nobody wearing that motherfucker.
I was like, yo, if he gonna wear 12, that'd be crazy. I'm just asking. I didn't know.
Nigga, no. Hey, hold on now. Hey, them boys be like, wait a minute now. We like you, but we don't love you.
Hey, tell you, Brad.
He probably went 8. He probably went 8.
No.
I mean, it is only 1 year. It is only 1 year. So it's 1 year.
But that's a year. That's a year you wasted. That's another year you wasted.
It's just 1
year.
The
only thing you can tell me is with the 8 or 9 picks you're gonna have in next year's draft, that's when you're gonna make your quarterback move. That's the only thing you can tell me. But even in telling me that, you mean to tell me in the 6 picks you had this year, you was handed a future franchise quarterback 4 times, and you passed over him 4 times.
Aaron Rodgers
That's
said
inexcusable.
draft him, bro. He said Aaron Rodgers said
inexcusable.
He ain't coming to the
I got faith in Aaron Rodgers like you got faith in your tight end, boss. Let's see who's gonna be more productive.
No, I'm just saying what Aaron Rodgers said. He told the Steelers though, if you draft Shedeur, he ain't coming to the Steelers.
Oh, okay, fine, but at least you got your quarterback for the next 15 to 20 years.
I feel you. But
again, unless you telling me, like I say, with the 8 or 9 picks you're gonna have next year, that's your quarterback moves because you think next year's quarterback class is better than what came out this year. Unless you telling me some shit like that, this is another way to give your
next
quarterback
year's quarterback class is better than this year's quarterback class.
Okay, but you better get Arch Manning.
Arch said he's not coming out this year.
You better get Arch Manning.
I'll go
Arch
for
said he's not sure if he's coming out. If Arch has a good year, Arch is coming out.
You can't validate passing up what could be a generational talent along with 30 other NFL teams, 31 other NFL teams. Not once, not twice, but 3 times you passed up on him. You could have got him on $100,000 or $200,000 contract.
Yep.
And then work your way like the Browns are doing. But like I said,
did Mike Tomlin?
But like Mike Tomlin didn't pull the trigger.
He don't get to buy the groceries.
Khan pulls the trigger. Mr. Rooney co-signs it, and he goes along with it. he has input, but he isn't the final answer. The final answer is Khan, because Mr. Rooney has given him that's just been the Steelers' structure. The general manager always has been the final thing, even when Chuck Noll was there. But when Coach Noll was there, we had the Donahue general manager, and we was picking outside of the early '80s when we had that little dry spell, and then we got back in it in the '90s. But I mean, like I say, you can't validate not picking this kid up if you don't do more than what you've already done in this 1 year window. Because this is basically what you got, a 1 year window. You're not going to tell me you going multi-year with a 41-year-old quarterback with a line that is still in progress. Your line can't get you 2 yards on 3rd and 2.
But if you would have drafted Shador, how would that have panned out? If he ain't got no line in front of him.
That would have set your guys forward for the next. Your quarterback issue wouldn't have been an issue for the next 10 to 15 years.
And it buys the front office time.
You don't want to kill him.
And it buys the front office time.
The line is still a work in progress, sir. Every year they draft a lineman. Why? Because every year they lose a lineman. Either to injury or to free agency.
Yeah, and then another point to that too is when you have your quarterback of the future in tow, you can move differently as a franchise. You move differently as a team. Like, look at the Niners, right? So we were trying to find a quarterback, and now we feel like we got a quarterback. So we gave the quarterback money, and now it's like, okay, cool. Now we're building around this quarterback. If you don't have a quarterback, you're just building a team hoping that a quarterback shows up.
Yep.
But you can also still have a line for a quarterback when he do show up.
No, you can't. Because how do you know how good the line is if the quarterback's terrible?
They tried that in Dallas, and the window for the quarterback and the window for the lineman didn't line up. Now they're replacing the lineman and still got the quarterback.
Was the Vikings offensive line?
Dallas drafted in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years, the Dallas drafted the second best line in their franchise history, behind the Nate Newton line. But in that same 10 years, they haven't produced one trophy. And now the linemen that they drafted are starting to either retire or they're going someplace else in free agency.
Yeah.
So if you don't line the two up, it's a waste of time. It's like even we go back, even like say with my Steelers. The Steelers had a defense for years, but the offense was ass. Then when they got an offense, the defense window of opportunity started closing. You got to start all over again. But when them two lined up, guess what? 3 Super Bowl appearances in 5 years, 2 trophies.
You know what else?
It's got to line up.
So I don't think that Mike Tomlin's on the hot seat, because I think that Mike Tomlin made it very clear to them that we don't have a quarterback. And if y'all aren't going to get me a quarterback, then y'all don't need to be don't hold my feet to the fire for these players y'all keep putting in my lap. But I think if Shador comes out, like if he ends up starting this year and playing well, I think that gets everybody fired. I think that gets everybody fired.
If he pulls a Lamar Jackson, because everybody doubted Lamar, and Lamar went from a almost not a first round pick to an MVP. Yeah. If Shador does that type of trajectory, then not only the AFC North, but every team in the NFL can kick themselves in the ass because you passed up on what could go down as a generational talent.
But some teams didn't need a quarterback that did pass him. So,
the teams that did need him, just like the year
New Orleans
got drafted.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. Just like the year Lamar got drafted, teams needed a quarterback. They passed up on him. What did Lamar say when he finally got drafted? You getting a Super Bowl winner. Ozzie, in his last year as general manager, set the Ravens up for the next 15, 20 years.
Yes, he did.
That's when you know you're a general manager that can pick talent.
Ozzie Smith.
You go out with it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Ozzie
saying?
always drafted
Hall of
good.
Famer Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie definitely always drafted good.
Yeah.
Top 5 tight ends all time in the league. Period. That's just his plain. And he capped that with his executive moves he did for the Browns and the Ravens.
Yeah.
Because mind you now, he was putting a team together in Cleveland back when they had Belichick. But the owner made that move and fucked them up and set them back. But then the NFL again set them up with the draft pick they set them up with at the new stadium when they went to Baltimore.
Yeah.
But that's why I feel like these
league-
quarterbacks now that just got drafted with Cam, Jackson, Shador. I feel like these quarterbacks are in a better situation than what most quarterbacks get a chance to be in, and they will succeed just as much as the next year crop will. I think this quarterback class is just as good as last year's quarterback draft.
Okay, but who out of last year's quarterback draft outside of Bo Nix? Who you talking about?
Jaden was sweet. Caleb
And
Williams
people weren't high on Bo Nix.
At all.
And
Or
Penix.
Michael Penix.
And
No, they weren't.
Believe it or not, if Penix would have started over Kurt at the beginning of the year, I feel like Atlanta would have been had a better record than what they had. If JJ didn't get hurt, I believe he would have beat out Sam Darnold because he was in that position. He definitely
And they wouldn't have been 13-4.
They probably would have been 13-4, but they definitely would have had.
No, they wouldn't have been.
They probably would have had at least 10 wins. You know what I'm saying?
No, dog.
Again, they was high on Drake May. We know Drake May was not that
Drake May didn't start the season off, but when he did come in, you seen that he actually could play football. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but you put Drake May in there, basically under the Peyton Manning approach, trial by fire. Get that out of the way now, versus sitting on the sideline.
But they didn't play. We didn't see these rookies play horrible in a sense of these niggas is not ready to play like we saw with Will Levis and others. You know what I'm saying? And Zach Wilson. When these niggas got in the game, they played efficient, they played well, and they kept developing and kept going. You know,
because the team didn't overload them beyond their expectations.
True.
They didn't give them the whole playbook and say, okay, go out there and win the game.
But that's why I feel like this year's quarterback class is just as good as last year's quarterback class, and based off a situation what team they're on and with their situation.
So you think Dylan Gabriel could beat out Shador in a quarterback match?
I'm saying Shador is already better than Kenny Pickett at bet. And if he was the first,
100%.
if he was the week 1 starter, the Browns are going to be in a good situation. Cam Ward is in a good situation where these niggas can win 10 games. They have a running game at the bet and still have the defense.
Can they protect Cam Ward?
You know what I'm saying?
Because that's what I'm about to ask. What is the Titans' offensive line ranking from last year? We don't have the numbers, guys.
As far as rushing wise,
overall. What are they?
I know they
protection, running, pass.
I know they was trash with the pass. I know they was last with the pass.
It was super trash.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as
they was trash with the pass because their quarterback was throwing to the other team every other play.
Right. That's why I feel like Cam Ward is a way better upgrade for the Titans. They're going to have a way better team.
They were 30th.
Their defense
you said the Titans were 30th in the league in offensive line play.
Okay, so that means their protection was ass, their running was ass, and their passing was ass. Correct?
The offense was ranked 31st overall. He was ranked 30th overall.
Some people watch football. Some people just, I don't know, spectate.
I don't know.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. These quarterbacks that we seeing, bro, they're not.
But as previously stated, they're all predicated on how good or how bad their offensive line is going to be.
That's true shit. But everybody has had a revamp in the offensive line also this offseason.
Okay, so
have they though? Who they signed off the line?
But when you revamp your line, doesn't that set your line back another year? Because they have to gel, correct?
They got to gel. Yep.
It's true. It depends though how fast they could gel.
Man,
you know, some lines can do it quick. Some may take some time. It just all depends.
Look, as well as JD5 played last year. Imagine if his line played better. They probably would have won
just like the Vikings, for example. The Vikings got two of our offensive linemen because they want to revamp their offensive line. It's a whole new offensive line for JJ McCarthy. So it's all new for him. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how fast they're gonna gel, but based off of experience and veterans, I feel like they have a possibility to gel faster than what you think. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta see him. First.
Okay, but
I play those lines.
Like the only offensive line that we can sit here and say is head to toe in consistent fashion is the Philly offensive line. They're the most jailed and consistent offensive line.
But let's go back to Chocolate City. Okay, you already know he exceeded expectations from last year. If he doesn't even meet those expectations that he's exceeded last year, who are you blaming this year?
You don't blame it on nobody. It's a slump. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you see as the whole. Like, how did it all unravel? Was it all him that caused it for them not to succeed all the way? Was it the defense? Was it injuries? Was it, you know what I'm saying, bad coaching? That's where that comes into play. You know what I'm saying? You can't just automatically just say, oh, if he didn't do this, if he didn't make it back to the playoffs, he ain't what he was before. Like last year was a fluke. Shit plays out how it's supposed to play out. Just like with Penix. We ain't see Penix till late. So for us, it's like, yeah, if he would have started back then, the Atlanta probably be better than the Bucs at the time.
Atlanta wasn't going to have no $40 million quarterback.
Right. But they got a chance to see Penix, and they seen how well he really can be, and what his potential can really be. You know what I'm saying? So now he about to be the starter. There's no point. Kirk about to take a back seat. We got to see Bo Nix. So Bo Nix wasn't even supposed to go to the playoffs. So if he don't make it to the playoffs, we're not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, it was a fluke for him." Depending on how they didn't make it to the playoffs, they could just got beat out. So you
think Bo Nix had a factor in them making the playoffs and not their defense that was top 5?
I believe Bo Nix is a good reason why they did make it to the playoffs. I'm not saying it's all him, but he is definitely a reason why they did make it. Their defense definitely held it down, but Bo Nix was stable enough to manage them into playing and winning football games.
So he was more of a manager than a playmaker, is what you're saying?
I don't know, bro, because that shootout with Joe Burrow, bro, nigga, I mean, that was arm talent.
You really, with Cincinnati line not being able to keep him upright, and their defense not being able to stop anybody on third down, you really counting that game?
They gave Joey B a run for his money, bro. And we can't sit there under from a rookie.
But you talking like the offense, like Denver offense, really had a factor in that game. Not the fact that the Broncos defense kept Joey B on his ass and scrambling the whole game.
If Bo Nix is not throwing those passes, bro, they don't win that game. They don't come close to attempting to win the game.
But the Bengals defense was ass.
It doesn't matter, bro. That's a rookie that's out there throwing them pills, bro.
Exactly, and if you can do that on a veteran defense or a defense that's been together for at least 2 seasons, that says more about your defense than it does about the rookie quarterback that they're given basic plays.
He still got to put up the points though. He still got to do it, bro. Regardless, and he was putting up the points. He was throwing dots. He was keeping niggas in the game, bro. We can't discredit what he did. That's the same with Jaden Daniels. You can't discredit.
Okay, but no. You're not gonna say he was on Jaden Daniels' level because he was not.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, as far as expectations,
he wasn't down the field.
If Jaden Daniels was in the playoffs this year,
Bo Nix was dinking dunking the whole season.
Nobody is going to sit here and bash Jaden Daniels if they miss the playoffs.
But Bo Nix was 10 yards or less. Jaden Daniels was everywhere. Jaden Daniels was making third-year passes. You can't say that about Bo Nix.
Just like C.J. Stroud too, bro. Stroud made it to the playoffs his rookie year. He was just as good too. Jay Daniels made it to the AFC Championship game. Bo Nix made it to the playoffs. Bo Nix made it to the playoffs.
And what ranking was their defense that year?
Doesn't matter, bro. This is what they did. This is what these quarterbacks did.
Okay.
Nobody expected Bo Nix to make it to the playoffs this year as a rookie quarterback. They didn't really expect him to start.
And nobody expected Jaden Daniels either.
Nobody expected them to go to the AFC Championship game.
Nobody expected them to make the playoffs. Nobody had them having a winning season.
As much shit that Caleb Williams was taking, he still put up decent ass numbers for a rookie, bro.
Okay, but who had the Commanders winning more than 8 games last season? Nobody.
So if Jaden Daniels don't make the playoffs this year, it's not a detrimental to Jaden Daniels. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not. It's not a detriment. It's not a detriment to Jaden Daniels because as we just got off the you need to gel. He got new toys to play with now.
Right.
Even though a couple of them are old.
That's the same idea for Bo Nix. That's the same idea.
A couple of them are old, but Bo Nix don't. What new does on the offense does Bo Nix have to play with?
He's playing back with the same continuity from last year.
Oh, okay. So the expectation, the minimum expectation should be what they did last year. If you got the same stuff to play with. Okay, so that means you gotta at least split with Kansas City, and then beat everybody else in your division.
Or at least split, or at least split with the Chargers.
So you're saying Denver's the number 2 team in the AFC West right now?
I'm saying the Chiefs are not making the playoffs this year.
Okay. You already owe me $2. You want to put another $1 on that?
I've been. It's already in the ledger. I've been saying the Chiefs are not making the playoffs this year. I've been have that on there.
I bet you $1 on that one.
All right.
Go put that on the ledger.
It's been on the ledger. So you just want to you can tab it up.
$3. Keep going. I'm gonna have bus fare money with you sooner or later.
I'm telling y'all, like y'all, everybody keep thinking like, oh yeah, the Chiefs are just like, but they're gonna miss the playoffs.
They're gonna win their division by default.
No, they're not, bro.
Basically,
no, they're not, bro. Their division has got more competitive. Their division is not to be slept on. They're not just gonna be running through that bitch like Sean Payton got something up the sleeve for Andy Reid. You got Pete Carroll in the building now, and on top of that, you still got Kaki. So at the end of the day, it's not to be slept on in that West. They're gonna miss the playoffs. It's gonna be okay. Patrick Mahomes will be okay. It's not gonna hurt his legacy for missing the playoffs this year. He'll be okay.
Just have my $1.
So fellas, y'all know we done already reached that 2.5 hour mark. And this goddamn Sunday smoke service, man. Shout out to my dog Bleed Blue for the shoe. Nav Nation, what it do, you already know. And my dog Steel Curtain Unk, man. It's always a pleasure to have the gang here in the motherfucking hot box. You can catch us every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Friday, man. Same time, same place. We is rolling the windows down. We is letting the smoke out. But above all else, man,
Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Fuck
Fuck
Aaron
Kevin
Rodgers.
Durant.
Come on,
Fuck
bro.
Rudy Gobert.
Come on, bro, man. Fuck Rudy Gobert.
I done told you that's Rudy Chamberlain.
Rudy Chamberlain.
Rudy
You know what I'm saying?
Rudy Chamberlain.
Rudy Chamberlain.
And fuck the Colts. Fuck the Patriots. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. Fuck Durham Tech.
Fuck them Steelers.
Fuck Northeast Dallas.
I'll show love to the Pats because they got the LSU boy on the map.
You already know, man. So catch us again, man, for the Monday Smoke meeting tomorrow. Same time, same place, 7 p.m., man. Be there or be square, man.
Indian 6, baby.
Smoke with us next time.